Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's every other Wednesday night. You know what that means? It is time for the backyard battlefield. I am three-star draw and down south 77 all in the same time. And with me is my homeboy from the north.
Rusty old crow, how's it going?
Oh, so what's going on, man? How
I
you
got to
doing
turn down
tonight,
the
Crow?
volume on the other screen suddenly.
Yeah, get a little echo in there. It happens.
Well, I set my glasses. Oh, do we?
Are you good now?
Yeah. All right. That was okay, good. So long as it's good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. It was a busy week. How about you?
It's been pretty busy. It's been running nonstop. This is a week that I've been trying to go to bed early and get a little bit of extra sleep, and it's not working out so well. So, uh,
Didn't last night. I heard from you
no, I
last
didn't.
night. You
Yeah, I was not happy last night.
you were stressing. We'll talk about that later, but yeah.
Yeah,
Stressing.
yeah. I'll let you guys in on what was pissing me off last night. And if you were watching Pop Blender and Matthew Matson on the Evening Blend, I kind of hinted at it a little bit, but it got worse. I had stuff. I was sitting in there and I heard stuff falling off of shelves in here. It's just I was like, man, this is just the worst. I need to go to bed. Like
Yeah.
melatonin. I had a bottle of melatonin like Skittles last night. So
Yeah. Was it the gummies? Like you can get it, we can get them at a store called Costco. Well, Costco, you guys have
yeah,
Costco, but
yeah.
Costco, yeah. Melatonin
Um,
gummies, those are awesome.
no, I buy the dissolvable ones. And
Oh,
melatonin is just like the melatonin is like the liqueur in the mixed drink. Like
yeah.
that's because I take you guys well know I also take Ambien for my insomnia. So I was like, come on, Ambien. Come on, Ambien. So it was a really rough day. But the week overall is all right. It's going by pretty quick, and that's the most that I can ask for. So, how's your week going? And what is the weather like up there? I always like to ask you how your weather is up there.
So, at the start of the week, I looked at, the grass was green and, trees were bare. It was nice out. I went out in a t-shirt and I said I should change my winter tires over the summer, and it started snowing right away. And so we're still a little wet, a little icy, but spring's right around the corner. So it's t-shirt weather as I see it right now, which means it's like
Yeah.
2 degrees above 0 Celsius, right? So
Yeah, we've had spring finally sprung here, although the first day of spring last week it was like 40. There was frost that morning and but
mm,
it's warmed up a bit since then. We've been in the 60s and 70s, so everything's starting to bloom out and remind me that I need to get my lawnmower fixed. So
no.
I,
It's
I
that
hate
time.
mowing grass. I hate mowing
Yeah.
grass.
That's like me. I gotta buy new tires. I hate buying new tires, changing them, doing all that stuff. I hate doing it. But mowing grass is one of those things where I have a service that comes and does it because I'm just too frustrated with it now. Starting a mower.
Yeah, well, mine's
Yeah.
keeping one running. If I ever get, that's one of the things. That's how you'll know that I have made it when I have somebody to mow and weed eat my grass. I will consider that making it.
I don't know. It's mine's more due to being a veteran with age and restrictions and
Oh
disabilities,
yeah,
right? But yes, I mean, I should. I guess I've taken it for granted that somebody comes and mows my lawn at this new place, but it's barely a lawn, man. It's like a fart. It's
Yeah.
barely there. Yeah.
Well, it's good. It's therapeutic for about the first 5 weeks or 6 weeks, and after that, it's just like, come on, fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got at my yard. I've got 2 acres here, and then at my camper where I have my camper at, I mow down there like
Mm.
three to four, like probably four, maybe more than that, maybe five that I
Yeah,
mow down there.
We've seen the plots you're dealing with, and that's
Oh
that's
yeah.
a day task, right? So,
It's a
yeah.
lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and holler at the chat real quick. We got
Yeah.
people in there. We got who we got? What did it say? Got 13 joining us so far. So hit that
It's not
like
bad.
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Daredevil Days in the house.
What's going on, Triple D?
Les DeRitt. I did not say that. I don't know what that means.
Let's do it. Mm.
Let's do it. Okay. Well,
Let's
maybe that's what
do
that is. Okay.
it.
Son of Crayon Slayers here. What's going on, man? Let's see. Bobby Wald. Why are there 9 pips on that one dice? Because it's probably AI. Are there? I didn't even know. I didn't even notice that. So it's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think that one wasn't AI. Liquid Identities in the house. What's going on, Liquid? That's right. How else are you supposed to roll 69, dude? Mendoza's here. I was just watching Point Break too before I was eating. So
Oh, were you?
mm,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was in
it's
a
on.
classic. Yeah, what was it I was trying to watch the other day? Was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I hadn't seen that since I was like that big, right?
Yeah,
So,
I haven't watched it. I probably hadn't watched that movie in at least 25 years. I need to go back and watch it. I have a feeling after
yeah,
things like Independence Day, it's going to move really slow.
it does. Yeah, it's definitely like your ET movie. Like I remember it from when I was a kid, but I didn't remember just what it was all about. Like I
Yeah,
said, oh, it's peaceful aliens. That's all.
yeah.
But all right,
Uh,
who else do we have in the chat?
Woody Triple Deuce, the figure addict, is in the house. What's
What's
going
going on,
on,
Woody?
Woody? How you doing, man? Let's see. Viper Scout is here. What's going on, Viper Scout? Turk Murphy's Toy Solutions. I'll spit it out in a minute. What's going on,
Turk
Turk?
Murph has been putting up so many pictures of that truck that he's been working on. It's just you know, I'm not a gearhead, but man, do I ever respect a good fix up truck.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to beat a good fixed up, hooked up truck, man. You can't go
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
Roman Graham is here. What's going on, Roman? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Madgus is here. Howdy doody, everyone. Let me get a howdy doody and classified. That's what we need.
Isn't that what Falcon was? The howdy doody face?
He looks like a damn marionette, doesn't he?
Just draw two
Uh,
lines down his chin. Flappity flap.
you know, oh, what if they screw up and send that head out with something else later?
Well, that's like I said, it's kind of what the Savage Land Xavier looked like. It looked like
A
Falcon.
little bit, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Derek Holloman is here. What's going on, Derek? How you doing, man? Roman says yes. Pollen is bad here in South Carolina. It's not the float in the air pollen here yet. It is it when you go outside and your nose starts running pollen, but you can't see it yet.
Yeah.
Pollen is my one of my natural enemies.
And actually, I'm good with pollen. I got lucky on that because I don't know, man. I could the amount of time I spent outdoors, like for work. If I had been
Yeah,
allergic to pollen, a lot of my coworkers were allergic to pollen. And we're like, you're fucking useless right now. You can't stop
yeah.
sniffling.
Oh, it's the worst,
Yeah.
man. When I was a kid, my allergies were really, really bad, and then I kind of grew out of them
Hmm.
mostly in my 20s, I guess, and then they come back in my 40s with a vengeance. So,
Oh.
uh, Derek says last week we had 80-degree days on Monday and Tuesday, and then snow on Wednesday. That sounds like some Tennessee shit.
Where's Derek out of again? Derek, let me know in the chat.
Yeah,
Where
where are
where
you?
are
Here,
you?
where are you?
I feel like you're closer, but oh,
Let's
sorry, now just getting caught up. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
Oh,
I'm just
there we
trying not to
are.
lose my place here.
No, it's the
Severe
problem
del
with
Norte.
looking at a camera over here and then seeing ourselves here. And then I have the chat down on a screen down here, and I keep forgetting to scroll it. So I'm not never current, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it should auto. If you got it up on YouTube, it should auto scroll.
Yeah, it's
If
because
you
I'm
just
not playing the video at the same time because I didn't want the echo feedback,
oh
right? I'm just reading the chat as we go. That's all.
okay, that's right.
Uh,
That explains it then.
that
Severe
is
del
how the
Norte.
sausage is made over here.
That's right. Darren and the Crow of the North. The Crow in the
Yeah.
North.
There.
Let's
What's that?
see. Trying to get through, make sure we got everybody. And Joe's A Close Encounters, one of his favorite movies of all time.
Okay,
That is a good
Kansas.
movie.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Derek
Yeah.
Derek is in Kansas. Okay. Didn't know if we
Yeah,
had
that would
anybody
work.
in that state.
Um, he's in Kansas and somebody else is in Kansas, close to it. Charlotte's over there somewhere.
Uh, okay.
Charlotte's in Nebraska. And somebody else that's in that area. So trying to remember now, I drew a blank on it, so you don't mess me up.
I learned more about geography through YouTube than I ever did through my education. That tells you.
Yeah, right. When we learn it, we just all forgot it, man. In
Yeah,
one
that's
ear
just
and
it.
out the other.
Which state was that?
Uh,
Oh my god. Yeah.
Mr. Magus watched this horror movie that took me out today. The Popeye the Slaughter Man. How was it?
Oh,
Because I need to
right.
watch it. I knew it was out. I want to see it. So yeah, I
I
know it's
thought
got to be terrible, but how terrible?
I thought that was just a parody fucking trailer. Is that an actual thing? Like that's like
There's
to
a
me Cocaine Bear. Like too
Oh, this
crazy.
is like much lower production quality than Cocaine Bear.
I watched a clip from it, like what they claimed was the trailer, and I was like, the spinach can rolls out and then it just goes dark. I was like, what the actual F is this? I didn't think it was
Yeah.
real.
Well, that old Popeye fell into public domain along with
Oh.
the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse, just that original first classic look, and
Hmm.
then Winnie the Pooh because
That
the
I figured,
blood and
yeah.
honey. So
Yes.
there's actually two of them. There's already a sequel to that. So that's the same people that's doing these, and they did Popeye the Slaughter Man.
So what a weird commentary on us, right? Like friggin' you grow up with something now you've got to make it the scariest shit you can. Like unravel that, man. Unwrap that crap. Like
Well, I guess it's, just taking something that was so innocent and turning it into, something awful. It's what we do here.
yeah. Well, like when you made Battleship the game into a movie, I guess we were really scrounging. I don't
It
know,
went
man.
over a
Something about
cliff.
that. Yeah.
Went
I
over
haven't
a
watched.
cliff.
Yeah, I haven't watched that Winnie the Pooh one, but I knew that was real, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I got to see the second one. The first one was interesting. It's not good, but if you like bad horror movies, it's good. It's kind of
So that that was what. So Netflix had one called Becky, and that to me I thought was interesting and good, and I never heard of that. But it's another
Becky.
B-list cast. But yeah, and Kevin, Paul Blart there. What's his name? Kevin James, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, he plays the villain in that, like a neo-Nazi psychopath killer villain in it, and you're like, okay, I can see it. Like okay.
That's how you doing know you're doing a good job when it's somebody like that that you can put into a role like that. He's a pretty good actor. He just gets some stupid roles.
Yeah,
I like him. He's funny.
yeah.
Let's see. Turk is gonna do a 9300Z LS swap.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
man, that might have hurt some feelings right there if you're gonna put a LS into a 300Z. My buddy
Yeah.
has
So
one of those things. It is so damn fast.
yeah, my boss had a 300. Turk knows this. I've got a soft spot for Datsun, which is what Nissan
Yeah,
evolved from, right? And I love some of the classic Datsuns, but putting a 300 engine in an old Datsun would have been beautiful. But
put it in an old B210. Swap
mm,
out. You could probably fit a juiced up 4.3 in there, maybe.
I'm not
Anyway,
doing it. I'll drive it, but I don't know how to do it.
yeah,
You know,
right. Like you get it right, and I'll drive it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and Derek says most of the highway and interstate were shut down due to high wind with the snow. See, like it's too late for that. It's too late in the season for snow. Magus, the quality is pretty good, believe it or not. So I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. Let's see. I don't know, but I hope we get a good shot at that movie before the Phantom hits public domain. All of that stuff is owned. I forgot who owns it now. Like all of those pulp comics, like it and Flash Gordon. Where's Matthew Matson when you need him? Because he probably knows. There's three or four of those old like 20s and 30s pulp type comics that are owned by I can't what's the other Doc Savage, the other dude. Um, and then
Yeah,
there's
is it
one other one. One company
ID,
owns all of those.
IDW or Dark Horse or some one of those companies or somebody even more fringe?
I don't remember who it was. It's I think
Hmm.
it is one of the bigger conglomerates. I want to say Marvel bought them up, but that don't sound right.
No,
Uh,
fuck, they would
Ro-
have we would have had friggin' some word about them doing some sort of woke version of the Phantom by now.
yeah, probably. I
The
mean, he's
Shadow
already wearing
knows.
skin tight purple. The Shadow
Yeah.
was one. Yeah, the Shadow was one.
Yeah.
Roman's got a question for you.
Oh, let me read it. Yeah. Hey, cock. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
I'm
were talking about.
I'm glad you finally read that.
Oh, yeah.
Read the abbreviation.
Cock was always part of the joke about calling it a crow, right? Because that's what
Yeah.
crows say. Cock, cock, right?
Yeah.
And in the army, when things were bad, we were taking the cock. So that's the parallel. But yeah, no, we were just talking about that, Roman. I'm leaning towards it's probably not likely I'm going this year just because of, I'm in the middle of my wife moving out and things like that, the whole divorce situation. But also, I kind of got to watch my finances this year. And then there is traveling to the States while this nonsense is going on and all the weird crap that can happen. But it's not completely ruled out. I'm just not swearing to it this year, man.
I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to keep his spirits up and keep the
Yeah.
hope alive. So it's it is 3 months away. I was gonna say it's too early to tell, but it's 3 months away.
Yeah, I know, and this is if you want to book a flight, this is the better time to do it than last minute, right? So it's something
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've stopped thinking about it, but it's just also I've got other factors in my life right now that I have to give more consideration to. That's all.
Yeah. I mean
Yeah,
life comes first, unfortunately. So
motherfucker, it
um
does.
yeah. So that one's blown up, missing parts. So all right, so it's a gone or not a gone in 60 seconds. It's a Fast and the Furious uh type situation. There, you promised me a quarter mile car, Turk. Oh, that's
Oh
what that
yeah, I
one's
gotta
gonna
get the better glasses on. There we go. Now I can read the actual chat that you're pulling up.
be. Let's see. And Turk says, "Get your cock ass to Atlanta, Crow."
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
Well,
gonna have to say, I'm from what Mr. Madgus is saying, I'm gonna have to check out Popeye the Slayer. Man, what'd you watch it on? Is it streaming on something that I need to look for? Did you rent it? I hope it's
yeah.
streaming and you didn't rent it.
Is that like a Shutter production or?
Maybe I
Yeah.
forgot who's doing the production on those.
I'll watch it
Ah,
just because I love Popeye. Like I remember Robin Williams Popeye, and I remember the old cartoon because I'm not stupidly old. But I just want to hear the villainous.
yeah,
I want to hear
yeah.
how they twist that. You know?
Brutus is the good guy.
Is olive oil hot in this one? Is she stacked or is she olive oil? Oh,
I feel like it'd kind of betray the character if they made her
it,
look like a
yeah,
major
that's not
fight.
good. Still.
Maybe he'll throw her as a spear, javelin.
He'll impale Brutus on olive oil.
Is Wimpy in it? I need to know if Wimpy is in it. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. This bow
We are
tie.
dating ourselves big time here.
We all watched Popeye. Come on, everybody watched it. Popeye, I watched it, man. Popeye was good. It used to come on with Woody Woodpecker. I like Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah. Mr. Magoo,
Oh,
Popeye, and Scooby Doo, man. That was my 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. shift on Saturday morning cartoons, basically.
that's right. So Magus says jailbroke Fire Stick. So yeah, it's on Shutter. So I don't think I got
Mm.
any Shutter. I don't think I got Shutter. Oh, all
Yeah.
right. So go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think I do have Shutter right now, one of those free trials with Prime, so I'll check it out.
I have to look. I got so much stuff. I forget I have stuff, and there'll be a show that's coming on something, and I'll forget about it because I don't watch that service like Prime. Like I never watch Prime Video, so if I see something's on there, I'm like, oh, and I'll
Wait a
turn it
minute.
on.
Sorry, I cannot find the right pair of glasses, so I'm going to close in this one and just say you don't watch Prime Video, so you can't watch Reacher. You're not watching Reacher,
No, I've never seen an episode of Reacher.
you son of a bitch.
That's another one of those that people go, I can't believe you're not watching that, but I'm not watching it.
Oh,
I've never seen an episode of it. But I forget about Prime. Like I watch Paramount and I watch Disney because of Hulu because they got all the Hulu movies. So I
sure.
forget about Prime, and that was all I had for forever. So it's like, oh, new toy, go away.
So
Just keep sending me free shipping.
I know for a fact that Reacher is something that will touch your head and give it a smile because I've listened to you sit through all of the Daredevil seasons and how patient you
Hmm.
were because Daredevil is one of those slow build kind of shows, right? Like we're seeing it now. You saw it in other seasons. You just see it better
Yeah,
now, right? But it's a slow build. But Reacher is a constant fun show. Like you should really be checking that out. It's well written.
I've heard that it's really good. I just never, and it's hard for me if I don't watch the first season of something. It's hard for me to go back. I'm not gonna watch a new season until I catch up.
They're
So
not long seasons.
okay,
They're like 7 or 8 episodes. That's about it, right? So I
okay.
think you will enjoy it, and you'll be like going, "Man, when's season 5?"
Oh, I'll probably wind up checking it out before it's over with.
Yeah.
Derek says Daredevil is getting really good. I would not know because I did not watch last night. I was occupied.
Oh, oh, did you have company?
No, I was
Oh,
sitting at this table frustrated
oh, goddamn! You let
talking to
that
you.
over. You didn't even watch it after I was done talking to you after all that bullshit.
No, I watched Pop Blender and Matson on Evening Blend. I went
Oh,
and watched them and
what a true
wound
fan.
up just seething through most of it, and then I fell asleep. I was like, you know
Okay.
what?
Well,
So no,
good
I
to
did not see
know.
last night's. Yeah, don't say nothing.
So last night, so if you guys haven't seen it, Disney Plus put out another double episode. So a- episode 5, episode 6, and I would definitely say episode 6 was probably more fulfilling than episode 5. But I understand that there's some of our friends that don't actually enjoy the Daredevil series right now, and I kind of see
Hmm.
why a little bit. Like I said before, it's a slow build, and Disney is playing a silly little game where they're like, we're going to allow a lot of swearing and a lot of aggression, but we're going to really spread out the actual violence, right? And
Yeah.
we're seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's there. So I know like it's been kind of
Yeah,
slow. I'm just glad that it is actually there.
for
Like
sure.
our some friends of ours were expecting it to be they're holding it up to exactly what Netflix did, and like they can mimic it, but they're not going to do exactly what Netflix did. But I think they're doing a good job
Well,
trying to keep up with it.
there's some stuff that gets forced in at some point, and you had to expect it because it is folded into the Disney MCU. So cameos are going to show up that you're going to be like, okay, all
Yeah,
right. Whether or not they're relevant or consequential is separate. Find it for yourself, but it's just more like you had to expect it. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to it. It just last night I was trying to get something done and it didn't work out, so I'll catch up. And I don't even know when I'm gonna get to catch up on it right now. So I don't think I'm even gonna get to watch it this week. Maybe Sunday.
Oh, oh dear.
Um, Turk says son was just telling me to watch Fallout on Prime. I liked Fallout, but I did not play the games. I
Exactly.
know
Yeah.
some of the people that love the games, don't like some of the liberties they took with the series. I've got no basis for it because I've never played a Fallout game. I enjoyed it, but my cousin, Fallout is his favorite game or his favorite series.
Oh,
Pop Blender loves Fallout, and he enjoyed the show for what it was. So
yeah.
Fallout's good. Walton Goggins, watch it for Walton Goggins.
That's the one that plays what's the cowboy's name? I can't
Go,
remember. The Ghoul, right? That's who
yeah,
plays the Ghoul. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was watching it, was just to watch him because I recognize him as a B character in so much other stuff. Right. So, but I
Shit,
enjoyed that.
he carries a lot of stuff that he's in, man. Look, if he can pull off
Mm.
a convincing transvestite in Sons of Anarchy, that dude
Mm.
could play anything. Oh, he did. He pulled off a. He was what was her name? God, I'm trying to remember what her name was in Sons of Anarchy. I just
I didn't
rewatched it
get
like 4 months
I
ago.
didn't get very far through Sons of Anarchy before I moved, and then I never picked it up again. So,
You're not really missing a whole lot. It ends about how you would expect it to end. I called the ending to that show about 4 seasons before it ever ended. So,
so they never
uh,
find Earth.
no, they never do. They just keep going. They
God
actually
damn it!
run.
Jax is such a failure.
Jax drives straight into the sun.
Mm. Just like the
Uh,
old gypsy woman predicted.
yep, just like it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is so, Mister Madgus. No Jack Reacher. I will. I'll
Uh,
probably check it out one day. Everybody says it's so good.
yeah. Jay Astro's with us. Tony Figs has joined us.
What's going on, Tony? I'm just scrolling down here to the bottom to see if
Hermanos. That's his name, Hermanos. If anybody's watched Arrested Development, that's a huge thing in that show.
Hoyos Hermanos.
Hermanos. That's
Jay
fun.
Astro, as you said, is also here. What's going on, Jay Astro? I'm glad he's not too mad at me. I say, make sure I say hi to you tonight, Jay Astro. Don't send no vicious beats my way, no sick rhymes aimed at me tonight.
Fucking nothing
Uh,
wrong with dropping beats, boy.
no word. I did. I didn't watch Twisted Metal. I'd like to watch it because I love the games, but I've heard so many bad things about it. I still want to watch it, but I don't have whatever. What's it on Peacock? I don't have Peacock, so
Yeah. I watched it just because Will Arnett does the voice for the clown, and I don't mind Anthony Mackie. But they spent like throwing what's her name, Nev Campbell, I think it was, or whatever her name is, throwing that person into the show. I was just like, get us to season two. Let's see some car fights of relevant, characters from the game.
yeah. That was my reservations when I heard they were making it. Was just like, so unless this is going to be Death Race, like,
Yeah.
unless they're gonna redo Death Race, what is the point? Like Twisted
Mm.
Metal Black, I love that game. Give them all good dark backstories and motivations. That's what they should have went with if they were going to do the character development route for Twisted Metal. But we don't need a lot. We want to see cars blow each other up.
No, and this is the thing that it seems like Hollywood just keeps trying to do over and over. Like streaming services seem to do it because they can afford it better to take the sample and everything's CGI anyways or
Yeah,
whatever. But it's some video games we played as kids, like open wide world games like Zelda and Warcraft or whatever. Sure, go make a movie about that because there's a lot of room for depth in any of that, right? But some games were just race and shoot. Those are very shallow games, and if you try and force a plot line and characters and depth into that,
yeah.
good luck. Good luck.
You guys that have watched Twisted Metal, and if you played the games, does any of the plot lines in the show follow like what I was saying in Black in Twisted Metal Black? That's because I know Sweet Tooth's in it, and he's crazy, but and he drives an ice cream truck. But they all had good motivations in that show. Like or that game, man. I love Twisted Metal Black. Anyway, so enough about that. So let's see. I got a banner here. So did you get any new stuff, Crow?
Uh, I picked up more Marvel Legends because that's I'm kind of gonna take a break from Marvel Legends because I went to that convention on the weekend. We had a toy con out here in Ottawa, so I went and picked up Mojo and Spiral and Jigsaw and Punisher and a couple others, and then we were talking about the rest of the stuff. I've just ordered stuff, right? Wait for that to hit the
Mm,
mail. I know you got some very interesting figures this week, so I think it's probably best we look at this.
got him.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking about at all, but that is a cool ass figure.
I got this one courtesy of you. So this dude is awesome. I love this doll sim figure.
Yeah, he's fun,
Bonk,
eh? Mhm.
bonk.
And you'll never lose his bracelets, right? He's not
No,
like Larry, like other classified where it's the bracelet's gone. Well, fuck.
yeah, there's no break. They actually go all the way around the ankle or the ankle,
Yeah,
the wrist. That's a wrist. So
yeah,
Jastro says Jigsaw is a cool fig.
yeah.
I
He
hope.
is. He's not mine.
No,
I'll show
and you
you
guys,
a cool one that I did get was that one, that Punisher.
I'll put you on solo. Which version is that? Like in Legends, which Punisher version is that? I didn't know that they had made that many Punishers in Marvel Legends.
I'm not sure. I was looking online if this was a war zone or whatnot. I typed in Punisher comics and was looking for the era. So if somebody in the chat knows, what era of Punisher this was, I thought this was like a more of a 90s, early 2000s Punisher War Zone or War Journal variant, but maybe you guys know. I just like
That's
the campaign.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like what it was, if it was from a specific comic or
No. But you and I were talking, like there is a John Barenthal one out there. I'm not gonna hog the screen. We've got better figures than this to look at. Um, I was telling you, like the John Barenthal variant, they wanted $100 Canadian for that. That was gone by the time I left, but I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, we had talked
Mm,
about that. I didn't realize that they had done a version of him in Legends. Now I know the Mezco is him. I think it's
yeah.
the Mezco did a Barenthal one.
No,
Um,
no, yeah, Marvel Legends. I just read Derek's comment. Yeah, it's Chode.
it's showed.
He's got one too.
Uh, let's
He's
see,
finishing the
Bobby.
Nemesis. Yeah.
Bobby says, I just got an email on my agent Venom won't ship until January 23rd. Hasbro has to be the only toy company that apparently doesn't have toys. Yeah, that's what
There's
it
so
sounds.
much
That's what it seems like,
to
man.
unpack. There's so much to unpack with that. Are they talking about January 23rd, 2026, or are they just making up dates and just sending you emails?
If it
Right? Like,
is, at least it's 2026 and not like those other ones where it was like 700 years in the future.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I've had Agent Venom for like 2 months now, in GameStop is the one that provided it. So I would just say check your GameStop order system and see if it's there, because
He
no
was
reason for that.
I'm gonna look. Hold on. I'm gonna look real quick because I got
Yeah.
GameStop pulled up.
I know
And I'm gonna
Punk
see if
got them
he's
as well, and I
available.
wonder if that was Amazon that Punk got them from. I'm not sure.
Um well he no, he's still GameStop has him, but it's still that old verify address thing. So that means they ain't gonna have him around here, but
Hmm.
they do have him. You might get lucky and find him in a store somewhere.
Hmm.
Uh,
Sorry,
um
I've got something in my teeth. One sec.
all right.
You
Um
didn't need to know that. I just had to turn the camera off, but we're honest around here.
Yep, we like to tell it how it is around here. I
Mhm.
appreciate you cutting the camera off though while you work
Oh,
on
my
that.
pleasure.
Just be like me and just sit here and chew a toothpick the whole time. So
Yes.
Derek says I have that Punisher as well. Crow, it's great. War Machine Punisher and the recent Punisher 2-pack. So
Yeah,
that's a good figure. That's the only one I have is the one from the Bushwhacker 2-pack, and I love that figure. I
it's pretty
love
hot.
it.
I just don't like Bushwhacker at all. It's the only thing keeping me at bay.
Yeah. I saw that man thing. That's a really good looking figure.
Hey,
He's
watch.
got it. Yojo
I can do it.
Depot.
Here's my quick impression of Bushwhacker. Thing is, I have one of these lying around there. This is Bushwhacker's gun. It's gross.
That's
Kapurr.
that's his flesh cannon.
Yeah, it's flesh cannon. And Bukkake gun.
You can't do that on television.
I
Do
can
they?
take all you guys on.
Let's see. Let's just verify that information. So he is on
Mhm.
Amazon. He is on Amazon. Roman,
Yeah.
you're right. 24.99, and it'll be a week. No, first of next week. So April 2nd through 5th. So there you go, Agent Venom. If you need him, thanks to Roman, we know Amazon has him right now.
Huzzah.
Yeah. Um, thanks for that, Todd. I'm not going to read it.
Oh, hang on. I got to blow up my screen if I'm going to read it. What's that say? Uh, well, good Lord, Todd. You take care of that.
I heard about that
I know
on
what.
Saturday Night Live once.
Yeah, I know what sweaty fingers do to a keyboard. So,
Yeah, I like Bushwhacker too. I just I didn't even remember Bushwhacker. I had to go back and look up who he was. And I was a
mm,
Punisher fan. I had the issue that he's in War
mm,
Journal, but I didn't even, that's how on the forefront of my mind Bushwhacker was. Uh Derek ordered the Punisher van from Ramen Toys the other day. Well, join the club, Derek. Join the club. You'll probably have it before I ever hear anything about mine.
I gotta
Um,
keep it at the tank. I can't. I can't. I don't even have any more room for shit anymore.
I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's true. I do have a garage with a car. I could just park the car outside.
Yeah, you can probably do that 6 months out of the year anyway.
Need room for my rubbing van, you guys.
That's right. So I did get those guys. I picked up a quite a few Street Fighters. If you watch my Dalsim video, you saw all of them because I just did the video on Dalsim and kind of threw them all in there and give my opinion on them. I
Hmm.
did pick up uh Ryu today. You guys say Ryu or Ryu? How's
I
it? What is it?
Good question. I've always just said Ryu, but
I say Ryu. I know, but I've seen people pronounce it Ryu. So
there's
I don't know. I got
there's
him.
there's some guy from like Asia right now going, it's pronounced yo. Like we are getting it so wrong.
Probably so. Yo.
Yo.
Um, so I got him. He's one of the older ones, but he's one I didn't have. And I wasn't really all that excited about Fei Long, but Fei Long's awesome. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and pick up this guy and I'll get Ken. Ken ain't going nowhere. Him and
Yeah.
Ken ain't going nowhere.
So
Nowhere.
You told me what you paid for Ryu, which is like the standard price. When I found mine, it was on the holidays in the West Edmonton Mall, and it was so overpriced. But I was so itching to find it because I couldn't find it back home that I bought it. I paid like 50 bucks Canadian for it. So like, in the
Holy.
mid 30s for you guys, right? So, but it looks good with the white gi next to Ken with the white gi.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he had that one too. He had Ken,
Yeah.
and so what was funny was he had them all priced last time I was in there. He had them all priced at 22, and like 25 is, what you'd expect. And when I went in there today, he had um he had Ken, Chun Li, um and Fei Long and Ryu. Ryu was still priced at 22 and all the other ones were now 25. I'm like, well, I guess I'm picking up Ryu today.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get
Yeah.
him.
Well, he was older stock too, right? I think if that's the
Yeah.
case, then they want to get rid of that. They'll put the price down. But yeah, I mean, this all comes with these trade wars, right? So figures are going to go up, like we said.
Yeah.
They're going up out here. You know, what can you do? It's not like they're tripling in cost, but an extra couple of bucks here and there each time it adds up. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. When you're buying, if you're buying two at a time or whatever, that extra $3, and then you got tax on that extra $3. So then it's $10. So yep, it goes up quick. And you talking about being overstocked. Yeah, the Ken and the Ryu, like those and Chun Li, and then I saw Fei Long once. Those are the only ones I've ever seen at Target. But if Target does actually have them, that's the three it's going to be: Ken, Ryu, or Chun Li. Mostly Ken, Ryu. Jay Astro says he finally started seeing them at Walmart, but they're 30 there. So
Yeah.
interesting. I looked
Yeah.
again yesterday. No, it was today. I went in a Walmart and I took a run by. I always go look for them in the collector section because that's where they're going to
Yeah.
be, right? Is that where they were? Were they back
So
in electronics or were they on toys?
here in Canada, they're 29.99 in most places. Like that was the average, but they've gone up as high as 35.
Okay,
GameStops, some of them. But I'm trying to remember. Jay, are you in Canada or are you in the States?
he's
I
in the
feel like you're
states.
yeah, okay, yeah, I was gonna say I feel like he's in the States. So that would be a sign of your tariffs or your the not the tariffs, but the cost of what's going on right now with China, right? So
Yeah.
because yeah. It is what it
Uh,
is.
BBTS is raising everything $2 plus, so it's starting to. They
Oh,
actually put a statement out about that too, which was hilarious.
so while we're on BBTS, just because I'm sure this is time sensitive, if you guys haven't been on there in a while, Cosmic Legions, well, Four Horsemen stuff on BBTS, they're having a bit of a sale, right? So if you want to check it out, I ordered my first Cosmic Legions this week. I was telling Darren about it, but I think they've got like up to 35, 40% off on some stuff there. So make sure you check out BBTS.
And that's a good price if you can get 4H stuff
Yeah.
that cheap.
Yeah.
Get it
And
if
I
you
also
want
got
it.
one from Hella Dope Toys using the Punk with Toys code, that thing that I don't say over here because you guys got to go find out what that code is from Punk. But
Let's see. So he says they were near the Joe's in the regular action figure aisle. So
do you have
that's
Joe's
where
in
it
your
was.
Walmart?
Yeah, well, where the Joe's would be. So I actually went in one Monday, and they actually had Stalker and Retro Cobra Commander. They didn't have any of the infantry dude, but they had Stalker and Retro Cobra Commander.
So this is what I like. Walmart to me is phoning it in. Like just shit or get off the pot. Either carry them or don't. But every Walmart I walk into, if they even have them, they just have nine of one character out of a wave, right? Like it was Storm Shadow for a little while, then it was Torch before that, or something vice versa. But they never carry a full wave anymore, ever, right? Like
No,
out here at least.
and that's the reason why they quit carrying them. That's why some of the stores don't have them at all, is because of those previous retros and the movie figures, and that
Mm.
one wave that got hung up with Storm Shadow and Zorana Dusty.
Mm.
They got hung up there so long, they were like, "We're not selling
But
these, so we're not gonna order
yeah,
more."
but Walmart online, they get the contracts for Night Force and they get them for freaking Crystal Ball and all these Walmart exclusives. But it's not worth walking into a goddamn Walmart to go actually buy one physically. Like
Oh
it's just
no,
it's a broken contract as I see it with Walmart. Like just get
yeah,
rid of it.
yeah.
Mm.
It's an online model only. I've never seen the only Walmart exclusives I've ever seen on the shelf are the retro cards when they were Walmart exclusives. So,
No.
um, Mendoza, what would be a good introduction to the line from BBTS in your opinion? So, into Four Horsemen stuff or into Cosmic Legions in general, and just
Yeah.
the Cosmics?
I feel like this quest is designed for you to answer it because I was so long getting to this line and you've got some on hand, right? For a Horseman product, right? So you take it away.
Yeah, I just went ahead and searched just Four Horsemen. So I want to see if I can just do it by Cosmics.
Is the sale prices showing up on that or yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. Cosmics I knew had a lot, right?
Yeah, the Cosmics are not as popular as the Mythics, so I guess it just um seems to be, are you a sci-fi guy or a sword and sorcery guy?
I'm doing
Um
up my own version of the Starjammers as a rogue trader group for my Marvel shelf, and I was like, that's where Cosmic Legions fits in. It's the only place they fit in right now. Can't stand them next to Joe.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at guys that are on sale here just from a little bit what I know
Yeah.
about them, because I only have two Cosmic Legions myself.
Yeah, but you
So I
got
would
Fisher
say,
Price, didn't you?
yeah, I got
Yeah.
him. So probably one of these guys, man. The like this dude, the Century dude, something like this guy.
Yeah.
That would be that's their carapace type helmet. That's pretty standard on a lot of the humanoid type figures. Something like
Hmm.
this guy would be a good start if you want a human, and then if you want more of an alien type guy. Let's see,
Yeah, they've
you got
got
the
lots of
bug
cool
dudes.
aliens.
So
Mendoza, all I did is I looked at which one. Yeah, see that one with the heavy gun. I like. I like that one as well.
yeah, that's
But
gonna come up again tonight. Actually,
that's
that gun.
another female actually though. But I ordered one of the blue skin females with the soft goods cloak because I've heard a lot of it for horsemen and their soft goods. And I was like, this is the cheaper with the discount. Might as well. It's an introduction. And then I ordered what's her name with the big ass scorpion tail going down the back of her head. But
Yeah,
yeah. And these are
I
just
keep
me
forgetting.
dipping my toe into a line that averages what, like 70, 80 bucks a figure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're more basic figures. If you order them right from them, that's
Mhm.
the cheapest you're ever gonna get them. They're like their basic figure was like $26 for a basic army builder dude, and then they
Yeah.
go all the way up, depending on. But I'd say an average figure is like $34, something like that.
Yeah, and when
Um,
I convert that, I do the Canadian conversion plus shipping and handling. So when I say 70 bucks, that's probably what I'm paying each time. But I did order the head
right,
conversion as well. The like a pre-order for that head kit too. They've got head
yeah.
swaps that you can get. So
Yeah, you get head packs and all kinds of stuff for them. They're made like
yeah,
that's one thing that with the Mythic Legions, they are made to be popped and swapped. Like
yeah,
there's people that buy them and take them apart and throw everything in a bin and then just start building
yeah.
stuff out of parts. Um,
Mendoza, I know where the answer is to this. It's my recommendation to anybody that really wants to get to know the line without knowing you guys is that skeleton builder pack on the Mythic Legions, not the Cosmic Legions. They have a
Oh
troop
yeah,
builder skeleton pack. I think that's a good way to get introduced to it because they give you quite a few options with that. And it's on
and
sale.
then they just did the skeleton builder. That's and then they did the 4-pack of the graveyard skeletons that are out now.
There we
I
go.
didn't order those. I want to pick them up, but
I
Ron
like their
says
undead.
yeah. Picked up the Frankenstein's creature. I got that one. That's a it's a good one. He's actually not one of my favorites, but you get a lot of stuff with that guy. So
Yeah.
rock and roll and shipwreck were his last Joes. And Sabir, yeah, the Amazon's got some good sales right now. The snipes, marine snipers, $20.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought about grabbing another one, but just for the other head, but
Cut few.
I can't do it right now. Not right now. I do want to get one, but it's a good price on it. So
Menjoza, I
and
don't think there's such a thing as a bad four horseman fig for mythic legions and cosmic legions, from what I've heard from the feedback. Like they're good figs.
yeah,
I'm just reading his comment. Yeah.
they're all pretty good, man. So I'll show you one that I just got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did just get a couple.
Yeah.
So
And I had
the
seen them
first
at Joe Fest. Like, I'm not just saying that because I've seen my friends having them. I did see them at Joe Fest and they're friggin' phenomenal. But please show the
yeah,
ones you're talking about, Darren.
I mean, and they go all out with the packaging. I mean, the whole 9 yards, and it's the collector packaging. You know, where you can slide the card out of the bubble without tearing the card up. Whole
Mm.
9 yards. So I just got. uh That's the wrong one. What'd you
Yeah.
get?
You got me?
Wrong
I'm so
side.
lifelike.
Wrong side. So
Yeah.
I got a couple in that I had pre-ordered that I have been waiting for a long time. So this is just got this dude. This is Maxilius the Harvester. Um he's death, like literally death. So I have a Grim Reaper. Um I don't know what the word is. I like collecting Grim Reaper stuff, and that's what this dude is, but he's got this back piece, got these wings, man, that peg
Oh
in
man.
there. That's you can see the meat down in there. And of course, he's got a couple different heads. This piece right here, this is a comes off. This is just like a necklace. So with all these different types of bones and this like dream catcher thing,
Yeah.
he's got another head. This is all the cloak is all soft goods. The rope comes off, and underneath, he is the bare bones, the skeleton builder 2-pack. This guy that everybody likes so much that's so
Hmm.
posable. That's what is the
That
new
is cool.
bodies for these skeletons.
Mhm.
Are these guys right here? So put him back. I love that was my figure of the year last year was that skeleton. So underneath,
Yeah.
that's what this dude is.
Yeah. I do plan on at some point down the line ordering undead stuff. I love undead stuff, but there's just uh so much. There's so many other cool things they're doing right now that I just yeah.
So
What else you showing?
this dude, I do actually want to get another one because this stuff is too cool not to have him have it own him, but I do
Hmm.
want just a stripped down Grim Reaper. So I will probably at some point try to get another Maxilius. And then, so the other one that I ordered that gave me so much frustration last night,
Yes.
um, I like to never got put together is this dude, Necronominus, the leader of the bad guys. So you guys know I like my skellies. This is the king of the skellies. He's got these damn bone wings they're posable and they turn all around. I thought these were individually articulated at first, but they're not. But you can't tell from looking at it.
No, they look like they would be. Yeah.
But
And
the
this is
detail
what
in this dude,
blocked Darren from watching Daredevil last night.
I was trying to get this guy put together because you have to put the robe is separate. This little piece here, this little trim sash piece is separate. So you have to get all that stuff on him. You have to put the wings on him. And these guys, a lot of times, you do have to heat up. These guys actually come with a little pamphlet that says, heat this figure up because it will break if you force it. They
So
know, they know.
you didn't tell me there's a little pamphlet that tells you to do that. I knew it was common knowledge, but the idea that there's a pamphlet that tells you to heat the figure, but not a damn instruction on how to put the robe or the wings together is just hilarious to me. Like,
Is the most frustrating shit is these guys, you have to figure out how to put them together, but they do want to make sure they warn you not to break the thing. So heat it up if you feel like you need to. But Menjoza, so you
yeah.
hear everybody talk about the paint and the sculpt. So this guy is a deluxe figure. He is a little more because he comes with so much stuff. But look at his Sith. His Sith has its own. Take it out of his hand so I can show it better. His Sith has its own Sith.
That's Oh yeah, yeah, you can see it, the little skeleton holding it over. Yeah. So the Reaper that's so it's like the front deck of a ship.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a masthead.
Yeah.
So, and this thing is probably, I mean, it's probably 7 6 7 inches with the curve in it. That's what she likes. So,
Mhm.
this dude, he was very frustrating, but he looks so damn good.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer a couple questions here. Bobby's asking about Operation Recall, the 3 3/4. I'm not sure if I am gonna collect that. I have Delta 17 on 3 3/4. I know Darren, you have that as well. Are you gonna
Hmm.
collect Operation Recall?
I wanted to back it. I just couldn't
Hmm.
at the time. I will pick up a couple of them. I do really
Yeah.
like some of the character designs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well designed. And we saw them, like we saw a bunch of it. But I just it's again shipping and handling right now. If
Yeah,
somebody in Canada gets some dirt cheap like at cost for a distributor out here, I'd look at it. But three and three
yeah.
quarter, I'm not comfortable bringing it in on the cost of shipping and handling right now. It just seems wrong.
There's
Mm.
there's a few things that I will pick up 3 3/4. I'm not actively collecting 3 3/4 stuff, so it's gonna have to be something that just really catches my eye. Delta
Mm.
17 Operation Recall. I do like the Reaction Plus figures.
Mm.
Um, so we're gonna talk about that big ass dragon in just a second, Mr.
Yeah. So
Magus.
Menjoza asked a question that I think again I've got to defer to you. Two questions right off the bat from Menjoza and then Roman. Menjoza wants to know if they're made for pop and swaps, right?
Yeah,
For
the
yeah.
the four horsemen stuff is there's two bodies. There's like a 1.0 and a 2.0 for the base size figures, and I think the ones are compatible with ones and the twos with twos. So
Mhm.
but for the most part they are meant to be popped and swapped.
Yeah, and I ordered a head pack for the blue skin female rogue trader, whatever. Um, the two they give you two heads, and they also include the neck piece, and it looks like that's a simple swap too. So I mean, they account for the parts, and they don't cheap out on paint just so it makes it easier to head swap. They'll just give you the extra neck. But the other question I was wondering what you thought was what you had to answer was what's the name of that Grim Reaper? Roman wants to know.
Maxilius the Harvester.
There you go.
I'll pull him up
Jonas
since
Dearest.
since, since we've already got BBTS pulled up.
Yeah, there you go.
So Max uh Necronominus is the dude with the wings. He's the boss. But this figure is Maxilius the Harvester. This dude is he's freaking awesome.
Mhm.
Oh, let's see. Just read back through the comments here. So, all right. Let's see what else we got. We got so what are we waiting for as far as like pre-order stuff, like the Joes and stuff? I don't think we really need to go back through all of them unless you just want to as a refresher.
No, I mean, like it was last week and the week before. It's all we all were talking about was these pre-orders, right? But
Yeah.
I am curious. Why? Have they addressed the absence of the claw pre-ordering or the Awe Striker? Are they going to hold off for? Have they said what they're holding off for? Is there a date that they're looking at for those? Or
Not that I've heard. I like I said, I really thought we were going to see the claw go up before the snake armor.
yeah,
So I've not heard anything on where the claw is. I actually thought there were going to be more Joe pre-orders this week, but
mm.
I was wrong. There was Star Wars and that the Kingpin, the Amazon Kingpin in the black suit goes up tomorrow. I
Oh,
may
is that
get
right?
that. It's an Amazon exclusive.
Oh,
So I may try and grab that one if I'm somewhere. So um you are welcome, Roman. And Walmart says 410. Yeah, I keep checking, waiting to see if they change it.
yeah.
J Astro.
I'm having mine delivered to the house, so if it shows up by that tape, that's not bad. I'd be happy with that.
Oh yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if you just wander into a Walmart and there's some hanging there and they're like, this shit got put out by accident. I'll take four. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
um,
These are the fantasies we have. Not about
yeah,
women.
I know. Yep. That's what we think about. Viper Scout, yeah, they need to save some stuff for Yojo June. And you're right, but
That's
I mean,
fair.
we still got 2 months to go. They've got too much out there. I don't think we're gonna have to wait till June, but I think they'll sprinkle some stuff in. Maybe not the claw now that we haven't seen the claw. The claw might be Yojo June, but maybe something we ain't seen yet. I hope to God something we ain't seen yet and don't see till they announce it, like the MMS pack.
Yeah.
So Blowtorch, you ordered Blowtorch, right? Did you order him?
Everything gets auto ordered for me at GameStop. I'm that
Okay.
big of a regular now, so yes. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Even
So
that.
this is my cousin's favorite figure.
Your cousin is a favorite figure.
I'll get a I'll get a text if he's listening at work.
Yeah.
He hates this figure, but you know what? He ordered him.
So I think I was watching that live stream and I was noticing just how polite Lenny and what's his name were with Emily when she started talking about the true build potential of this guy. I was just
Yeah,
like,
he's not really.
yeah, yeah, this is the new Python Patrol. Like,
that that cracked me up too. I was watching, and I'm like, she was doing so good with learning this
yeah,
stuff that she didn't know. She was doing so good till we got
yeah,
here. Maybe it's her absence for the last few months.
yeah. Let's feel like Emily, maybe another month would have sorted this out. I don't know.
Viper Scout said, yeah, Claw and the All Striker in June.
Yeah.
So see, that's why I don't think we'll get both of those in June. I
So
think
slice and
one will
dice.
come
Yeah.
before May,
Yeah.
or
And slice
in
and
maybe
dice.
May.
Jay
hmm
Astro pointing out the absence of those ninjas, and that's one where I'm looking at going, man, I want that more than I thought I would.
They look really good, man. And I'm not even,
Mhm.
you know me, I'm not a huge ninja fan, but Slice and Dice look pretty damn good.
Ah, not a ninja fan, eh? So we have this fight later on, and I'm wondering, did you bring any ninjas? Hmm.
Mm,
Hmm.
perhaps,
We should
perhaps.
explain what night tonight too. A little bit later. Didn't tell anybody that what throwing dice meant.
I know. I figure
Yeah.
people would probably figure it out. Well, I said it's a fight, so
Now what
they
else are
know
they
what
doing?
they
Yeah.
know what we mean. Let's see. There's the divers.
Only the divers could, yeah. Next to Dark Lawn, now the divers look amazing.
I mean, they look fine. I don't know, man. I did not order the divers, and I got chastised for not ordering them, especially
No.
when I could have at Target and Pulse, and I was just like, I'm not gonna get those guys right now. I'll get them later. So
Yeah.
I didn't
I
get.
got them,
My
but I
cousin,
didn't order them from Hasbro. Like I just again, GameStop just auto ordered them, so I don't know when I'll see them. But
yeah. I'll probably wind up with them. I'm not really super sold on the mass device stuff, which sounds weird because talked about wanting cartoon stuff and talked about wanting mass device figures. I think that's a subset I may wait on. I don't know because if you get one, you got to get all of them, especially if they come with the elements here. You know,
so this is
so
what I've been wondering is like, where is the big payoff? Because there's one more Mass Device set we haven't seen that's supposed to come out, right? Um, and it's supposed to be a two pack of some sort. And I'm like, where's the payoff going to be in this? Because I can see a lot of people saying I didn't want the divers, and I don't care about the Mass Device element pieces. But I'm wondering if they're going to throw a mediocre Mass Device weapon in with a character that people are really going to want, like some sort of repaint of somebody, Cobra, what insert name here. You know what I mean? And then you're
well,
going to be like, well, I wanted the divers now.
they're gonna have to do something to keep up with, like if they only do the elements with these sets, they're going to have to do something to keep including stuff in the mass device subset. So,
Mm,
what would that be if it's not the elements or it's not a piece of the mass device? And that would be way too big to spread out in a build a whatever, I
yeah.
think.
I think this is the perfect time to introduce the polar battle bear myself, but
I think it probably would be too.
hmm
It was in there, but man, God, what if they do the vehicles and they start doing mass device vehicles?
I'm
You're gonna
going to
see people
Cosmic
get
Legions
mad.
with I'm going to go give Four Horsemen a hug and say I'm here now. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Um, let's see.
Couldn't get
Ye
good crystal ball.
I had them in the cart with everything else. I was just like, man. And then I went to Target and had them in the cart there and was like, man.
Mm.
Um, yeah, the elements, no way we'll get a mass itself unless mass device hooded Cobra Commander, calling it now. Well, if you do, we will give you the props for it. And that would have to be a Target, right? If it's mass device, you gotta remember all that stuff's supposed to be Target exclusives,
Yeah.
except for the bear, BJ and the bear, Snake Eyes and the bear. Oh, let's see. He-Man Crystal Ball may be one of the ones that winds up being hard to get for some reason. Those Walmart ones, man.
I feel
At
like
least
he's
for
gonna
a
be like,
while,
yeah, he
how'd
might
that
end
get
up
in
like
there?
the Range Viper, right? Like Range Viper is another one that was Walmart that's really hard to find.
But yeah, possibly. But he's an army builder, so that makes him Range Viper, not Crystal Ball. I guess you could army build Crystal Ball if you're same people that are going to army build Dark Lawn.
Yep, no, they're basically just infantry, right? Everything's a troop builder if you try hard enough.
Yeah, right. Just find a helmet head that fits on there, and
Yeah.
so there's Footloose. People excited for Footloose. He looks good. It's never.
I'm just upset that it doesn't appear like they made that a sliding collapsing law. Like they if you look at the rocket launcher, they put the end caps on that. That's that little disc that's hanging down all awkwardly on that thing. I feel like they could have made this a collapsing rocket system and it would have been awesome. I hope they did, but it doesn't look like they did.
I doubt it, but I think the rocket itself, if it collapsed, I don't know if the rocket itself would go in there, would it?
No, it's just a little too, but these are one-time use weapons, eh? Like you fire
Yeah,
them. It's not like you throw another rocket in there. You take it
yeah.
back or you leave it on the battlefield. It's one or the other, but it gets
Look,
reloaded. But
I
you have
saw
to kind of
Billy
go.
Rosewood. I saw Billy Rosewood blow one up, blow a semi up with one of those in
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
If you watch Schwarzenegger, yeah, you're constantly firing these things. But no, it's a neat thing though. Like I like Footloose, and I can't help unsee Pedro Pascal now that that's been brought up. But
It still looks like Pedro Pascal. If the hair was a little
yeah,
bit darker, yeah, if the hair was a little darker, man, that would be
yeah.
Pedro all day.
I think this is the figure I'm most looking forward to. Really, though, is the Footloose.
Yeah. Footloose
Yeah,
looks good, man. I mean, and like you said, he wasn't one of my favorite characters, but you got our frag viper here. We get everybody get plenty of frag vipers. Who said they? Somebody said they ordered all of them, but him.
so again, being the cynical son of a bitch that I am, I found something on the Frag Viper that I was just like, come on. um, no, I mean this in the. Like, I wish they would put some paint on that backpack because I think the grenade they have him launching, like lobbing out of his bolo thing there, I think it's got some red paint on it, right?
Red and black looks like.
Yeah, but if you go to the backpack, there's no color put onto those grenades. And I was like, just couldn't you just brush them red to just keep the consistency? But because it was already a hard enough stall in the Frag Viper. Now I'm going to nitpick it to death, right? So
And look, they hid the backpack in the packaging.
I saw a close up of it. I don't think they painted
Yeah,
those grenades.
I was looking through the pictures. There's not one on in these pictures that I've got, but yeah, I've seen that one. Whoop, too far. I've seen
Yeah,
that one too. So yeah, it's not painted.
yeah,
Um, there it is. There's a little. It looks like a tire burning rubber right there. This
yeah.
dude is silly as fuck.
Yeah, I don't mind what they've done with it, but it's like I said, you can't get rid of the notion that it's still a very silly character, and I'll buy one of these to say that I have it and to give credit where it's due, but it won't be my favorite character. I know that.
Well, it'll probably wind up being one of those ones that's so awesome once you get it, and like, oh, I can't believe I wasn't going to buy this guy like I did all of last year.
I'm just gonna stand him next to Raptor, and I'm gonna put Spider-Man in front of them and be like, "Good enough, right?" Like this, these are Spider-Man villains now. I am Scoop Man. Part scoop, part machine.
Caught in a tragic lab accident cleaning
Yeah.
up
Back me up,
because they're
Birdman, Raptor.
it's all some kind of lab accident. So there he is,
Yeah,
does Jai. So then we got these guys. I think everybody's pretty excited for Law and Order here.
yeah. I don't know, man. The pet thing's kind of wearing me out a little bit. This isn't me taking classified for granted because I know Law and Order always had the pets, but it's just like if they just stick to the ones that have pets, great. But I've seen them now add pets to people that didn't have pets in the past, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
do I need a Joe Zoo play set? Like, do we need some animal cages in here or what? Like places for pets to go?
somebody should 3D print a menagerie for
Yeah.
the animals to hang out in. That would be sweet.
I know this
Uh,
one's getting hung off my dragonfly, this dog.
oh yeah, there's gonna be
Yeah.
so many pictures of order being lowered down, man, like search and
Yeah.
rescue or being picked up. See if you can fix like an arm in his mouth holding a briefcase and they're airlifting Chuckles' briefcase or Destro's and they're airlifting him out.
Yeah.
Um, I do wish that he'd have come with dynamite. How awesome would that have been? Now we got it with
I
Firefly. It's in the line, but
yeah, then yeah, no, that's a good point. I don't feel like they really repeated that dynamite enough considering how many times they repeated the Firefly mold. Like they used his backpack for Shockwave as well for the Night Force, right? So
hmm
I like
yeah,
that
and
dynamite.
that dynamite's great. It's awesome, man. It's very very photogenic. I love that dynamite that came with Firefly. But I just love these shots here with Law and Order. You guys know I like my doggos. So look, see
Yeah.
how many pictures I got of this guy. So I
I
love
would
it, and I've got
actually th- I would love to hear somebody say this is going to end up on clearance because if this ended up on clearance, I would buy this all day just to have a collection of German Shepherds because they're the perfect little dog patrol dog, right? Like, oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, checkpoint dog, perfect.
I've got another mutt that I forgot about until you just said that that I've never opened. I don't even know
Oh
where
yeah.
that's at. It's probably up there somewhere. I don't
Mm.
even know where it is. Um, like that biting. He's not gonna feel that. He's an android.
So, it is a reminder, eh? We talk about two packs that could be coming out, and there's one that I'd like to throw my hat in the ring in, and that would be
What's that?
a Mad Marauders, Footloose, and Mutt.
Yeah, I think we're probably definitely going to see Marauders Mutt before too long. So if they
Mhm.
did a 2-pack in it, I'm Footloose is one of those that I'm surprised they didn't do a Marauders or whatever other version first, just to piss people off and keep them invested.
Well, I think they listened to the Recondo feedback when they did that. People were like, "Come
Yeah,
on."
and Bazooka,
Was Bazooka's
Bazooka
Tiger
too.
Force out first? Yeah, yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
because that box it was clear box and then the plastic free.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh,
Viper Scout says we need Dr. Link Talbot.
Oh,
I don't know that I need Link Talbot. I don't know if I need Link Talbot. I'd rather have somebody like
who?
Firewall.
Oh, we were on last time with Shane, and somebody said use the Secret Wars Doctor Doom head on the egg head from Marvel Legends body,
Hmm.
and we watched Shane make a perfect Doctor Manov, right? Doctor Venom. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that was perfect.
that
So
was.
then hey, it is. Yeah, all these need a veterinarian.
Yeah. 60th
Doctor,
anniversary veterinarian. That's what's on the way.
I'd I'd buy it. What was
Yeah.
what was that dude's name? The doctor that was on had the Animal Planet show, and I want to keep saying Doctor Oz, but I think it was
Oh.
Doctor Oz. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
No, we need a Steve Irwin, right? Like, honor Steve Irwin. Yeah,
Honorary Steve
crikey.
Irwin figure.
Yeah, crikey, Order's got a noose around his nuts.
That yeah, Doctor Pole. That was it, Doctor Pole. Yep,
Dr. Paul. Okay.
yep. So then we got our snake armor. I hope everybody
Oh,
got it.
can't wait. Yeah. I felt so validated that, like from day one, I said there's no way that thing isn't going to store a figure, and it's going to be way better than people expected, and it was. Like that's how you do that. I hope it in hand it works as well as it looks. It works in photos, but that's how you do
Me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. Um, I'm digging this. I thought 75 was a good price for this. I was expecting 100 with no figure, so I was pleasantly surprised it was 75. I feel like this will be worth it a whole lot more than um like the HMS and the MMS that we've got the render for.
Mhm. So I'm going to tell you right now that they gave massive hints about this since Destro in the Energon Universe comics. These things were in the background a lot in the comic, and there was a lot of
Yeah,
like attention being given to them, and you could tell
yeah,
that it was this design they were working with. They were much larger than anything we had seen. Like, it's one of the reasons why I read the Energon Universe sometimes. Is I'm like, how many
yeah,
times did they get to repeat this image? Because it tells me something, right?
yeah. Because we know they're kind of using that as a like you're talking about, like a clue in or a segue or some of the designs that we're getting, whatnot.
They
So
they want some symmetry with it, right? So
yeah,
yeah.
because some of the character, the figure designs we're getting are what we're seeing in that book. So
Mhm.
Dreadnought K6 is in the house. What's up, Dreadnought?
What's going on, K6?
And Viper Scout said this is going in his 3 3/4 display. This thing will be massive next to
Oh,
some of those.
this is like Pacific Rim level snake armor
Yes.
now.
Yeah, no shit. Uh, is
Yeah.
this the same? Is this the same seatbelt from the Hiss? I
Uh,
don't think it is.
is it a 3 point? Like one through the groin and two overlap? I mean,
Yeah,
it, yeah,
I think
I
the
mean,
buckle's different.
I don't
Is
think
it?
that's much different than. The shoulder straps. Yeah, it's the same one. I think that's the same one we're using in the flight pods, actually. I don't
Okay,
see much difference. Yeah.
that was my next question was the flight pods. The hiss was 5, was it?
No, it was a
Was the
3-point
hiss?
harness. Yeah. But
Was
I'm
it?
glad you got this photo up because this is a good example when people talk, when we talk about what you're getting for $100, right? They what they did with the snake armor, they made that interior. That looks like a HasLab interior. If that thing lit up, it would be the same quality as what I got in a his tank beside me right now.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I love what they did with the little screens here, like the
Oh yeah.
readouts for it. You got
Yeah.
open and close buttons here for the suit. That's
Yeah.
great. They said the joystick moves. You can see the ball joint in there.
Yeah. Gives you
Uh,
somewhere to put the hand of the character that you're putting in there, right? Like it
yep.
just they've thought
Got
it
one on
out.
each side.
Is it another
And
joystick on the other side too?
yeah,
Oh,
yep.
good. I was worried they were gonna cop out and do like a thrust lever like they do on the HasLabs, right? Like it makes sense for them. It wouldn't make sense here. So that's cool.
Yeah, those look like they're the same thing. And you can definitely drive stuff like this with 2 joysticks. Bulldozers are that way.
Yeah,
Got one
yeah.
on each side. New dozers are that way. Um, I don't remember on the hiss. I'm
I've
not
got
even
mine
about
here.
to try
It's
to move it.
it is a 3-point harness. It's just one up through the legs. I'm almost positive. I'm just gonna get it over with and have a look. Get
It's
that
gonna
down.
bother me.
No, it's yeah, no, sorry. What's who said it was a 5-point harness? They win the no
Viper
prize
Scout.
today. Viper Scout, you win the no prize. You're absolutely right. It's a 5-point harness. I didn't look deep enough into the cabin. So
I couldn't
this one's from
remember.
the flight pod. Yeah, this is a flight pod harness more than anything, I guess.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
that one. I could have grabbed that one. I got an empty one behind me.
Yeah,
And Dreadnought says it's 5.2.
it is. Yeah.
Um, so those were our pre-orders. I ordered everything except the divers.
Mhm.
And I got chastised for not getting the divers. There's somebody else that is in my life that is a scuba diver and was like, I can't believe you didn't get them damn divers or mention them.
Uh,
I was like, didn't even really. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on those and save some money. So
the divers is just one of those things where I'm hoping when I get them, I find a spot for them where I was like totally worth it. But I cannot get the ketchup mustard thought out of my head.
yeah,
Like it just you
ketchup
can't.
mustard time.
And
Ketchup
I'm
mustard
yeah
time.
yeah.
You and you got to give Mass Device its own shelf, right? Like I can see you building a whole last
I think you
shelf
have
for
to.
Mass
Yeah.
Device. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta give them their own spot. So,
Well, I don't like
um,
putting duplicate figures together either. Like spread the scarlets out. But
yes,
snake eyes. Yeah. Yeah.
Spread Scarlet out, definitely.
Didn't
My
say
own
that, but
the my main display back here, the only one that I've got two, the only figure other than Troop Builders that I've got two of the same figure on that shelf is Scrap Iron and Falcon. I have not moved them. I usually take the duplicates and put them over here on these shelves.
Mhm.
Scrap Iron, because Scrap Iron has his own shelf and or his own small shelf, and then I have him in the Rogues Gallery up top, and then Falcon because I've got the command guys for Joe's right here, and Falcon is a lieutenant, so he's part of that. But then I got my
Mhm.
Night Force down here, and I can't break up Night Force. First world problems.
I hear you, man. I've got mine all like that too, and I keep adding kit bash characters to some of these things, and yeah, it gets out of hand. But yeah, I
There is
can't
one.
put like oh
Go ahead.
oh no, sorry, I'm going out to my garage, so you go ahead. There's one
Oh,
what?
I was just gonna say there is one kit bash in on that shelf. I have one kit bash on that
Yeah,
shelf that I made out of grunt and rock and roll. Come out pretty good.
there you go. That's the fun of the classified, right? It's affordable kit bashing.
Hmm Derek right here says I'll pick up the divers if my target gets them and go on clearance. That was my thinking because if they hit targets, they're going on clearance. So that's
Well,
exactly what I thought.
and that's what I resent about it, right? Like, sorry, man. I just as from a graphic design perspective, and I understand the deep cartoon as it is, but releasing these things in a 2 pack together, the Cobra Joe, yellow and red, it's basically telling you the only way these things are going to look right is if you buy multiples and troop build them because on their own they don't, yeah, aesthetically they're rip fuel.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
but I think I don't know. I think doing the good guy versus bad guy set with them, I think that was pretty good because if you only want one
Mm,
set, you got one of each. You want multiples, you can buy multiples and swap one of
mm.
those Joe guys with Duke or whoever, and then have them going up against a bunch of
So
the
I'm
bad divers, the pre ills.
And actually, I'm going to put this out to the chat, guys. Let us know in the chat: are you for or against the good guy, bad guy sets, or of because from I understand it from a selling perspective. If you're a parent and you want to keep your son busy in the back of the car on a long trip, get him a good guy and a bad guy, and he's got an instant play date right there, right? But as an adult collector, some of us really like to tailor how we approach our armies and our troop builds, right? Not a lot of people really like the steel core that came out with the Twilight Guard. And then I see them doing this again, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if this is a respectable strategy or not. I know they've
I
done it
can
before, but
I can see a bunch more use out of the good guy, bad guy divers than I can out of a steel core commander and the Twilight Guard.
yeah.
At least the divers were all like, is that the steel core commander or a steel core commander? I guess choose your own adventure, as Kyle Peterson
Mhm.
says.
Yeah.
But at
And
least
then,
these
and then,
dudes
yeah, I was
have
going to say, and then
precedent.
tell us what Starduster does exactly again.
Yeah. Yeah, he was my steel core commander till I had to buy that asshole to get the Twilight card.
Uh,
Mm. So I got the render for the V4 Snake Eyes, and I would actually call this what version of Snake Eyes it actually is and classified, just like I did with Storm Shadow, except I don't even know. I've lost count, so I'll have to figure that up. So he gets a new nickname.
yeah. I think this one looks better as a figure than it does as comic art from what I've seen of it. This was not my Snake Eyes, but I don't mind this one as
Yeah,
much as I thought I would. I didn't think I'd like it that much.
I still don't like it. I always hated this version of Snake Eyes, but this one does look much better than the Real American Hero version. Viper Scout had V3 and V4, and V4 got a lot more play. So
Hmm. There you
I know
go.
a lot of people really dig this Snake Eyes.
Yeah. And I can see why. I mean, it's got its appeal for that age group that was coming into the line when this was the Snake Eyes, right? But previously to that, it was like what, Commando Snake Eyes, and then the original Snake Eyes of the Black, first series. That's the ones I've more liked, but to me, the red visor was something I wasn't a big fan of as a kid.
Well, that and the mouth guard, what like hockey mask looking. I hated that being white and whitish gray, and then the bright red goggles, and not a other thing on that figure costume wise was red. And then
Yeah.
here, at least they give his throwing knives red handles on
It
here.
was kind of it was kind of like a comic-y shift to make Snake Eyes less of a operator of sense like espionage guy, and more like a superhero as I saw it. And I was like, yeah, it's a
By
little,
this,
yeah.
by the time he got this outfit in the comic book, he was a superhero.
Yeah.
Woody Triple Deuce says, just want to let you guys know when listening the whole time I've been opening 8 of those Falcon and Coral 2 packs. Thanks, Walmart.
Oh man.
8.
That's a good man. Getting extras of those was a good call.
Would you wind up getting those 4 a piece, Woody? I know they've been on sale a couple times. I think I saw them down to like 32 or 29 or something at one point.
Shut.
Um,
That's a good price.
Yo, that's a really good set. What are you gonna do with that many falcons
Well,
and
steel
quarrels?
core, steel core, and some kit bashes. I mean, you get some valid kit on there for you can do a
Okay.
few different things, but I like them.
Yeah.
I think,
Well,
yeah,
I like them. I just wondering what she's gonna do with 8. I guess now we know. $23 he got them for.
yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
like about
that's great.
the 60th anniversary Marine Sniper. There is how many other heads look good on that. Once you accept, you've got a lot of female using that same bok. The like I've seen, uh, what is it, Glenda's head on that one, and it looked great.
Mhm.
No, Coral would probably look great too.
You're gonna wind up talking me into ordering one of the $20 ones on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
Uh, or I think somebody said they went back up to 20 something, still on sale, but not 20. Um,
Mm.
so here's Snake Eyes. I'm glad everybody that's their version of Snake Eyes. I'm glad that they're getting him. Um, I might wind up with him, but I'm not gonna pre-order him. So then here's this thing. We all knew that this was gonna be coming. Um,
Yeah.
I'm I'm glad it was actually a surprise when it was revealed. Not like we knew, hey, this is gonna be announced tomorrow. Like we all knew that we were going to be getting this anytime, but I'm glad at least this didn't leak out, even though I don't care for it all that much. So,
No.
what are your thoughts on this and getting this version of Hawk?
So I'm excited about it. But it's not a surprise, like you said. I knew this was coming, and I knew it was probably going to be either a hawk or a short fuse that would be coming with it. Like somebody that you wanted to throw in the line from the OGs. I figured. So I'm
Yeah,
glad to see it's hawk. Makes sense. I'm
yeah, he
disappointed.
came with it originally.
Yeah, I thought he had, but I didn't have this one as a kid. I never had that
I,
hawk.
I've
But I
got the
am.
Hawk, but I never had the missiles.
Hmm. I'm disappointed that they haven't made a course correction with the blast effects for this, and uh, just that rear blast for the back of the MMS. Pardon me, the rocket. Mm, that went right. I feel like now that we've seen how the HasLab did the Dragonfly blast effect, you know what I mean? The side rocket for the
Oh yeah,
Dragonfly,
yeah.
and having a separate mount adjuster to bring that in there, I think would have been better. You know,
Yeah, I do too. I The dragonfly blast effects were great. I say I can't believe I can believe it, but I'm wish they wouldn't have still used these backwards ass blast effects. Like they knew they were messed up before this went back into tooling. This is a
Mhm.
render, so who knows? Maybe they will fix it before production. I mean, there's always hope,
There
but
is,
I was
and
disappointed to see it's at least on the render.
that's just it. It's not a I hate this. It's a gosh, I wish they had done something more. With that
Yeah.
particular detail. The rest of it, this is a fine kit. And if they price this, well, they will price this the exact same way they did with the Cobra version. I'll be grabbing one.
We hope. We got tariffs, we talked about. So this will probably not be
That's
coming until
fair.
the end of the year, the first of next year. So I don't think I could possibly give more than $75 for this. I thought the Cobra one was overpriced. The best part of
Hmm.
that set's the Techno Viper. Um I just was not a big fan of that one, so I'm not a big fan of this one. And this was never my Hawk. Like, I mean, he's fine. He came with it originally,
Hmm.
but my Hawk is the Hawk that we got. So, will I wind up getting this? Probably at some point, but I can see this being one that, like, I'll hope that it makes it to a warehouse sale and you can get it for 20 or 30% off.
Hmm.
I don't, I don't hate it, but it's just this is like the most meh thing they've announced. This is more meh for me than the divers. At
No,
least they come
it's
with something
fair.
unique. One to me.
It would have been. I think they would have gotten way more praise and respect out of the criticized, the like the critics of Hasbro, if they had done, say, the whirlwind or another towable weapons piece, knowing that they could do this at any time, just to
Yeah.
surprise people, say, here's a different trailer, right? But they didn't.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen something like that. The how the slam,
Yep.
we got the slam, which is kind of silly, but make that where that's towable.
Mm.
Wraith Mace is in the house. What's up, Wraith
Hey, right,
Mace?
miss. But I
We
mean,
are the hammer.
we know why they did this, and it was like you said, there's no surprises with this one.
Yeah, not a bit. Derek says he needs this. Don't know where to put it, but needs to complete the OG 13. This will look good being towed behind the vamp though.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could probably tow it behind the All Striker too. It just wouldn't make much sense. But
Yeah, they did say that they did say all striker, tow behind your vamp or your all striker. The all striker is going to have a hitch too. So
well, remember when they promoted this back in the day, they promoted that it would, it's got this 3-point hinge hook. Look, it can hinge up to the back of the hiss, right? So it's
yeah,
pretty much conceivable these things will hook up to any vehicle in the line. So you can just check that box, right? So long as they provide a hook.
I'm crazy. I'll swap them out. I'll have the stinger towing this one. I don't care, man. I'm crazy. Viper Scout says, speaking of HMS and the strike team, they never made a Joe set to complement the Dragonfly, even though they hinted at one. I've seen people talking about that recently, about uh, not having any kind of backup set for the Dragonfly. And Full Force, Chris McLeod, is doing an interview with Lenny and Tony. I think it's Tony. I think it's those two. And he was taking questions for people to submit for him to ask. And of course, everybody's asking, like, are you going to make this? What about that? Even the questions I asked is something they're probably not going to answer. That was one of the questions that somebody submitted. It may have been Stanley Eberhard, but
Hmm.
somebody asked that question of wanting to ask if we were going to get any kind of support team for the Dragonfly.
It wouldn't make
Uh,
sense.
at this point, it would probably be more Steel Core guys.
So,
Night Force Steel Core.
and that's just it. To me, if I was Hasbro, I'd be a hard no. Simply because they like, again, Cobra is a troop building force. Joe
Yeah,
is it's a bunch of rogue heroes, like each one's separate. And then you have the Steel Corps, and the Steel Corps is not a smooth unit at all as far as its refinement. And I'm sure they've got a lot of issues around it already. You can justify a troop build with Cobra more than you can with Joe, I think.
yeah. Now I
If they
do.
did a oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I was gonna
No, go
say
ahead.
if they do a pack of green shirts, I mean, I would be waiting till after I see how an individual green shirt sells first, right?
Well, funny that you mentioned green shirts.
Mm. It's
So,
like I remembered what we were doing.
almost remembered that there were more to go through. And we're
Well,
almost done.
that's
We've
all
just,
good. I'm
um,
just burning in my garage right now, so I'm good for the next bit.
yeah, you good. So here we get the green shirt guy that I thought was going to be a 2-pack, but I guess it's not. I do want this figure. This is one of the ones that I've talked about hoping that they do at some point is
Yep.
you're talking about makes more sense for Cobra Army build, but Joe needs recruits. They can't pull everybody from the top branches of whatever all the time. They've got to have I think I look at these guys like in the Untouchables when Elliot Ness went to the police academy to handpick somebody that
Mhm.
that he could train how he wanted. That's kind of how I look at green shirts. And also, depending on how you play or how you set your stuff up, you need somebody that can die and not really be of any consequence. So, where were these
Well,
when we were kids?
I like it because it's a play on the old Star Trek red shirt premise, right? Like the guy in the red
Yeah,
shirt on every away
yeah,
party dies, right? So
yeah,
the
yeah,
green
yeah.
shirt, that's kind of the purpose. I think this is going to look really good next to I think the 60th anniversary stuff.
Oh, for
I'll
sure.
buy a couple of these for sure. But it doesn't take away from what I'm saying. It's not like I'm going to buy uh, a billion of these things and troop build all these masses and still look at my thing and think of GI Joe. It'll become something else if I do that, right? So
I say I want 4 of these, but I'm not gonna get 4. I'll probably get 2 just so I can have the both face sculpts and hands. Have one black guy, one white guy.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So
I
I
think
do want
two is
2.
reasonable. Two,
Yeah.
2 to 3 to me is what I would aim for. But watch this. Won't be able to get them at all until so pre-orders
You'll
because
you'll
what's
probably have
pre-orders capped at
GameStop.
5? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny when we say green shirt too. I have the GI Joe role playing game manual. I've never played it, but I've flipped through it a few times. Green shirt's a category of a character in here that you could pick, right?
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
Viper Scout says, or the guy from Galaxy Quest. I love that damn movie. Galaxy Quest was great.
Yeah. Underrated
Uh,
movie.
very underrated. Had a hell of a cast.
Yeah.
Uh, and the chick that played the alien is so hot. So we got this dude. I think most people are probably on board for this guy from what I've seen.
Mhm.
Um, so enough about that guy. What do you think about another bat?
I'm good. I'm for it. I came in late in the line and I missed the original bat. Um, had an opportunity possibly to pick some up at Joe Fest, but there was just too much else on my list. And then before I knew it, gone. So seeing them come back in the retro, even a little bit more colorful, I'll be happy to grab a couple of these.
I have bats, and I am kicking myself for not buying more of them at Joe Fest.
Yeah.
For the price that they were at. Do you remember how much they were at
I
that booth?
remember there was a no, I remember there was a deal for a box, but and I think Aaron the toy enhancer got a good deal on them.
He bought a case. They were, I think the case price, if he bought a case, they were $15, and I think if you bought them individually, they were only like 17 or
Yeah.
some 18, something like that. I still wish I had a picked up some more of them, man. Um,
Yeah, I'm kicking myself, but can't live
that
in
that's
regret.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this dude, I like him, but I'm not. I like to get 5 of the bats. It's like the only thing that I get more than 2 of with troops.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get 5 of these. I'm gonna get 1. And much as I want those blast effects and the weapons, the blackened weapon and the whatever purple and
Yeah.
weapon for the laser, I'm
Scored.
probably gonna get 1 for the wall.
That's fair. Yeah. No, I'll
Um,
probably see how if they're lying around everywhere, there'll be a nice little buy one every now and then. Just
yeah,
but if they disappear fast, two will do me.
yeah. I'm not. I won't be too upset if like I get 1 and do what you're talking about. I'll pick another 1 or 2 up later, and I never see them again. And like, well, they're
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah.
I like Viper Scout here. Give me unproduced female Joe Mechanic or ketchup and mustard for Dragon Supply support. I'd be all for that. Do a 3-pack of that, a mechanic and a flight crew, ordnance and stuff for the ground crew.
Mhm.
I'd
I mean,
be
I'm
I'd
not
be
against it. I'm not against it. It's just if I'm the guy that's counting all the nickels and dimes in the Hasbro boardroom, I have a priority list, and that's just not on there. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it would parallel what they did with the his tank and therefore justifiable, but I don't see it being as lucrative as just releasing more figures individually.
And I'm afraid if they did, they would feel the obligation to make them wrap something else in the Night Force if they did that with a Dragonfly crew.
Yeah, there's that too. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. It was geared towards the Night Force, so
Hmm. So Derek says he's got 11. You can't have too many bats. Yeah, I got 5 of the original. I got 5 of all of them except for the fire bat was
I have
crimson
five
bat.
total. Yeah, I have two Arctic bats, two Iron Grenadier bats, and one Crimson bat. That is it for bats.
I love them, man, but I'm kind of batted out at this point. I think for now. So some I'd
I
pick up.
always felt it was a ridiculous premise, anyways, but I mean, they're fun.
And then who? Somebody said they were going to put this in their. Yeah, Derek's. And one of these is going to go in the snake armor. See, that was the one thing I didn't want if we got a pilot with the snake armor. I didn't want to. I didn't want a bat. Was hoping it would be a like a give me a kit bash of give me a Stinger driver, give me a driver Viper with a Techno Viper head in gray. Send me something. Uh, I
I
didn't want
just
to.
I now want an even smaller bat to stick inside the head of the bat that's driving the snake. Like,
It looks like you open it up and it looks like the little dude that was the pilot in Men in Black. The little
yeah,
dude
yeah,
in
they
there
did that
working the
again.
lever.
And if you watch on Netflix, what is it, Electric, whatever that new one there, Electric
Yeah.
City, Electric, whatever. They do it again in that kind of a that
Okay.
repeat.
Uh,
Yeah, same
Call
joke.
back to it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah.
I can't decide which flavor of bat is my favorite though. I like them all.
Definitely not the Python Patrol. If I were to pick, there's a reason I never bought that, and I've seen that everywhere.
I
But the
love it.
rest of them I like.
I like Python Patrol. I love that yellow.
Mm.
Um, that is what I thought it was gonna be. Viper Scout, the female Hiss gunner, switched around just a little bit, maybe, and repainted into snake armor. That's what I thought they might have done for a snake armor pilot.
Yep, that's exactly where I was thinking too. I was like, they've
Yep.
got this mold; they're gonna reuse it somewhere. It would make
Mm-hmm.
sense, but no. I like the fact that they kept the price down by not including a figure and saying like, you have all the figures you need for this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree too. I'm gonna run to the restroom. Can you hold it down for a minute?
Yeah, I can. You want to give me full screen before you go?
Yep.
And that way, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Let's
I'll
do
be
that.
back
I'll
in just a
show these
second.
guys something fun I'm doing on the side. I'll show you
All right.
guys because I'm not gonna probably do a video on it at any point. I don't think I will, but I've been having fun. We were talking about 3 3/4, and I do see the chat, guys. I just can't call it up. Let's see, Derek. I agree. They do need to do more vehicles without figures. Polar Battle Bear, Fang. You don't need figures for those. So I don't collect 3 3/4, but I did collect Delta 17 because they're awesome. And Leonidas from Gimli, Manitoba got me hooked right away. But I was always kind of stuck with a place to display them because I always just do stuff for 6 inch. And then I remembered I bought a bunch of thrift store crap for them before I moved into this new place, and I put them in a box and forgot about them. So I'm working on a toy store display for my toys from a toy store, and I'm basing it off of a toy store I go to here in Ottawa called Toys on Fire, where I pick up some of my Marvel Legends and stuff. So I just moving the figures off there, but I painted up this. These are thrift store finds from little girl doll houses that I prime and repaint. And this is Toys on Fire, which is in the Barhaven area of Edmonton, or not Edmonton, Ottawa. But I thought it was perfect for 3 3/4. I think these are used for like little raccoon characters and skunk characters and whatnot, but did some dry rushing, and then today just was making little toy shelves for it. So it's just a little display for my Delta 17 guys, and I've got a couple of these. So I'm going to do some for the rest of them anyways. But this is a $3 and $4 project, I think. Cost me about $3 4 to make that. If you guys are looking for little displays for 3 3/4, that's all I do. Let's go into the chat for a second. The ferret scout would have been, yeah, ferret scout. I'm wondering if I have not seen that. That's a Valkyrie, I think, isn't that just the Valkyrie buck for the ferret scout? But any female buck would have been fine for the snake armor, quite honestly, because they were just more flexible to get the knees up and in, because that's what you needed, right? Um, if you look at the pictures of the snake armor, like, yeah, that leg piece did fold down. But if you had a character with really bulky legs, and some of the guys, the way they pad the knees and the shins, like the old Vipers, might not have worked as well as the female buck. So I was with Darren on that. I thought for sure that would be a Hiss crew reprint of some sort. But again, not including a figure allowed us to buy more than one if we were in the market for, you know, spending under a couple $100. I hear Darren tapping in the back. I know he's back there.
I
Probably
was gonna
gonna.
wait and see if you noticed.
Yeah, no, I just showed them my toy store.
That thing's gonna be cool when you get done with it.
It's almost done.
Uh,
I'm not doing
Um,
much with it. Yeah.
I was gonna ask if anybody is going to Toylanta this weekend. If there's anybody going
Mm.
down there for that this weekend, I'm going to. Far as I know, I'm going to go on Saturday, but I'm just going down for the day. I'm just gonna get up and we're gonna drive down early and hang out for the day and check it out. I've never been down there for it before, so go down there and check it
That's
out. Try to film some content.
Yeah, man.
Won't
I
be
can't wait
going
to see what
live.
you see. Yeah, yeah, no, we right. We learned that in Joe Fest. Going live at a convention is that's no small affair at all.
I I do want to try it this year at Joe Fest though. I would like to try to commit and do it for like 30 minutes or something, but I don't. It wouldn't be on the floor. I don't think it'd be
No, you
just
you need
setting up in
a
the room.
you need a controllable environment for sure,
Yeah.
right? And it's
So
almost like it's almost easier to just spend that evening just doing something post production.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I'll do is I'll come back and work on that the next day. But I was wondering
Mhm.
if anybody was gonna go. Viper Scout's gonna go to the Chicago Toy Show. So I just Toylanta and then Joe Lana later in the year. There's such, especially Toylanta, and this year with it being part of PowerCon.
Mm.
I just I want to go. It's too close, even though it's a long drive to go in one day and back. Um, it's too close to be such a big show for me to not go to if I can. So I don't have anybody that can stay with Pretzel. There's only like three people I trust to watch my dog, and one of them, two of them can't do it, and the other one's gonna go with me. So
Yeah.
um, anyway, so if anybody's there, holler at me on Instagram or whatever. If you wind up going, I do want to try and pick this guy up while I'm down there. Monster Force is doing a
Oh.
racer exclusive. So
That's gonna
this
be
is
a
the
one per show, eh? Is that the another translucent one?
yeah, it's purple. It's like Forgotten
Yeah.
King and Dracula,
Oh,
except it's purple.
yeah. Okay, I see you why you need that. Yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so it's one person per day. So I hope, and they have an allotment of these, per day. Like they got say, 200, and that's all they're going to sell that day. And if you don't get
Yeah.
one of them 200, you just asked out. I hope I can get down there early enough to get this dude. He has a translucent M4 or whatever that is. His gun is translucent purple. So this
Yeah.
is the Lieutenant Griffin. This is the Invisible Man dude that's coming out later this year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and snag this guy here. They're also Mythic Legions is gonna have this guy. This is their barbarian that they've had out for the convention exclusives. Kind of a He-Man homage, but it is just I don't even know what his name is. It's just barbarian. Um,
Yeah. Huh.
So I don't know if I have the opportunity to get this, I probably will, but I really want that eraser. And
Yeah.
then this dude is going to be there too. So I said we'd see that gun again. So this is the
Oh.
cosmic. Actually, he's not even a Cosmic Legion figure, but he's made out of Cosmic Legion parts. And they say it's not an homage to Roadblock, but come on.
Oh,
Come
dude.
on.
If you see that, you tell me. And tell me how much
So
that's going to be. I will Vimeo.
I
That's
think
awesome.
I think he's 40. I'm not 100% sure. I
Well,
don't
we'll
know. I
talk
don't even know if I've
offline.
seen it. I'm if I can
Well,
get this guy, I know I have to pick up two already,
oh,
one for me. And so I don't know what the limit is. If
yeah.
you can get more than one per person,
No.
I won't have any
But
problem getting him.
don't worry about me. This is the first time seeing of it, but I love that figure. I love that gun on him too. Does he come with that too?
Yeah.
No,
So
that
this guy
that's badass.
he will be released, they said, later this year. But the shield and the stun baton are the con exclusives part of
Oh
this guy.
wow.
So he
Yeah.
will come. He'll be released later, just minus these. So this is all of what this one. What this is the standard stuff, and
Hmm.
then the con exclusive has the shield and the baton, and you can see it's his name is ATL 25. So, and I have this head. This is a pretty standard Cosmic Legion head for some
Yeah,
of the soldiers.
that's a lot of them because yeah, didn't Fisher Price have one like that
Yeah.
as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has it too. And matter of fact, no, I don't have that one on him right now.
Well, one
So
way or the other, this yeah, that's amazing.
and this is the same. This is the same weapon set that comes with Fisher Rice. So he's
Okay.
got it camoed up here. So
Goddamn
I
repaints.
yeah, right. Oh, dude, Legions is they're all pop and swap things, so you
Oh
know
yeah.
they're gonna get repainted.
Yeah,
There's
I can
three
see
piece
myself
chest.
getting more of these if they're gonna
Yeah,
look that good. Yeah.
they look great.
That's the only olive drab
Oh,
military looking one. Like it looks like a cross between a modernized and future, right? So it's just
yeah,
it's interesting. It's a good look.
it's very looks very Space Marines to me.
Yes, absolutely. That's 100% what I was thinking. This is a heavy bolter. And I was just thinking, man, when this comes out, there'll be head swaps you can get for this too, right? Like you can make a couple of these guys.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I can snag this guy. I've got one other person that's asked me to pick this dude up, so it just
Yeah.
depends on what the limits are. So we
You
shall
just
see.
you can keep me on speed dial and let me know once you're there. I feel like I can get it. Here, boop.
Oh, it'll probably be I got it. Do you want it?
Oh, well, then just type your own answer. Yes, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
What else have we got on the chat?
I was just seeing what all people talking about the exclusives. So I knew all these they just announced the Monster Force dude, but they announced the Four Horsemen guy a long time ago.
Mhm.
But I
Oh, the
forgot because I
barbarian.
wasn't planning on going to the show. No, that guy, the Roadblock guy.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they announced him. A Punk talked about him several months ago. Actually, I think it was maybe in December or January. I just didn't put two and two together because I wasn't planning on going to the show then. So,
Hmm.
and the other thing that I really want to um, go down there to see, and one final thing I want to present, and that is
Oh, I know
they're
what it
going to have
is.
this there. They're gonna have the dragon down there, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of driving or riding or whatever 4 hours because I want to see this dragon in person.
And fly it home.
Yeah, ride it home.
Yeah.
So that was like a deciding factor that yes, it's going to be down there. So I want to see this thing for myself.
And of
Um,
course, we saw in Punk's show there on Monday is Haya has made their own five-headed
yeah,
dragon or three-headed
yeah,
dragon.
3-headed. It's like what is it? Gamera.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
in and out of
but
that one, but geez, if you need dragons this year,
yeah, this is the year for dragons, the year of the
I guess
dragon, not the
so.
year of the snake.
Yeah.
So here's the updates for the dragon, everything is unlocked now. Um, the wings, the fiery breath, and then the dragon itself are all unlocked, so they're all getting made. I don't know if anybody's in the chat's getting this. I know Woody, if Woody's still here, I know Woody ordered it. He's got one coming.
Great troop
So,
builder.
yeah, he's gonna get like 9 dragons. So
Couple.
I hope to be able to get some good pictures and maybe some video of this thing. So I'm just excited to go see it in person. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
on the cosmic, on the Four Horsemen dude, or the Monster Force dude, Woody? I know the Monster Force dude is on 1 per day.
Yeah. Because that's how it was the Joe Fest last year when we got the Forgotten King and Dracula ones of those.
Mm-hmm.
It was one per customer, one per day, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. So we got that stuff out of the way. So let's talk about let's make some Joe's fight.
Oh, yes. The silly little game that we had. That's
Yeah.
good. Say, we're there, are we? Yes.
Yeah. It's about
So
that time.
we just thought we'd have some fun with just six-sided dice and just who would win in a fight. But I never got to see Darren's list, and you took Cobra.
You could have taken Cobra. Hey, you could
No,
have.
you gave me first pick, and I said Joe's, but you took Cobra, and I never got to see the list. And do you know how hard that is to plan around?
Well, I didn't know we were gonna. I didn't know we were gonna show each other ours.
No, anyways, that just kind of lets the guys know. So we each picked six guys, and we're just gonna break it down the same way I kind of used to break it down when I'd say what it would look like if Joe's fought. You compare what they came with their classified kit, and we just roll off of three categories. And if somebody has something the other guy gets, they get to add a number to their dice, and we just go from there. Him and I talked about it. So you're
and
doing the
and
versus croc. Yes, I am Roman. Yeah.
and I am doing. And I am. It's my first time, so be gentle with me. I am not a tabletop game person, so we're gonna
These are
have
not.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're. I'm learning as I go. He's explained it, and we're going to try to work on it. I do want to say what's up to Legend Series. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Um, if you guys have not seen what Legend Series is doing over there,
Yeah, I heard
check
about
out
this.
check. This is so awesome, and it is going to catch fire.
Mhm.
He has the new wrestling game. What is it? WWE two 25K, or what's type
Yeah,
the
I've
name of
lost
it? I don't
track.
even know it. I don't keep up with it. So
Yeah.
Legend Series is playing this. He's streaming it, but all of his channel members that want to be included, he has gone into the character creator and made characters
That's
for
brilliant.
all of his channel members, and he's
Yeah.
done it. He's come up with the nicknames. He's come up with all of the stuff for them. I think the people get to pick their outfits and maybe their entrance music. Let me know if I've got that wrong. But I watched this. I didn't comment, but I was but I was watching the other night when you did this. This shit was more fun than watching real wrestling. And
Yeah.
he's commentating. He's doing the commentating for the match while it's going on. It is such a great idea, and it was so much fun to watch. Um, I'm looking forward to being able to see some more of this. It's fun.
Oh my
It
God.
was a
Yeah.
lot of fun, and I think Woody
I
almost won.
I
I
just
think,
remember playing. There used to be a band, a game on Xbox. It's probably still around in some form. Rock Band, and you could make
yeah,
your own rock stars. And I used to
yeah.
play wrestling where you'd make your own wrestlers. So I just know using the graphics and the stuff that they do with video games today, these things are going to be amazing. I have to check this out. I would, who
It's
wouldn't want to be a wrestler?
it is fun, man. It was so much
Yeah.
fun watching that, and then
Uh,
you can see, like, you can, if you know what the people look like for the characters that he made, and some of them, like, he kind of exaggerated stuff, but you can tell who it is if you know who they are. Just Jeff, his Jeff Areno is freaking awesome. He's like he's just this big powerhouse dude that just grabs people and
Oh,
chucks them. So it was a lot of fun.
we need to. Oh, Tony, I hope you did one for the island crust. What is it? The island crustacean, or what was the
Yeah, toy crustacean.
toy crustacean? Is just like this Rey Mysterio looking guy from out of nowhere? Toy crustacean with a chair.
It's great.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
all right. So let's get into our game here, our dice and fights game. So,
Okay,
how do you want to start off?
so what I propose is we've each written down our list of six characters, have we not? Our
We
six.
have.
I've got my six Joes, and you've got your six. And do you want to introduce who's like on the roster, and then we'll just roll to see who the first match is?
We can do that. So, because you
Okay.
just want to know who I picked.
Well, I'm gonna find out. I'll read off mine, right? Because I
Okay.
didn't want I didn't want to go with the a heavy loaded ninja team, so I tried to go with something diverse here. So let's go with when I we're rolling on six-sided dice to see who the first fight is going to be. Roman Graham is in the comments. He knows what this is about. And, so my first guy is General Hawk, and he's coming with a grenade launcher, a shotgun, and a pair of twin pistols. Right. So the way these fights go is we divide it into three rounds. You have the long range round, which means anything beyond 200 meters. Hopefully your guy has something to do something with that. Then you have the second round, which is 200 to 50 meters. So that's your shotgun kind of range or bow. And then you have your 50 meters and under. So your ninjy star, your nunchucks, your fisticuffs, and your pistols, right? Or knives. So my first guy was Hawk. My second guy I was being cunning. I chose Mutt because he comes with a junkyard, and I think that will be the deal breaker that bites some Cobra nuts off or something.
Yeah, it's
Then after,
definitely, he can definitely be long range.
yeah, you're gonna like this. I cunning strategist that I am. I didn't just go with any version of this guy. Tiger Force Flint, not just Flint. Tiger Force Flint makes the roster number 3. Number 4. I just did this because he's new and I wanted to rub it in people's face who haven't had them while I try and find more of these. But dial tone. Dial tone is he's a deadly asset, bound to win the round. And then I back that up with Leatherneck because look, he has fists. And then I know you guys wouldn't think this guy would win the fight. I don't think this guy would win the fight, but it's going to be amazing if he does. Shipwreck and Polly. And that is my Joe brawl for it all team right there.
All right.
Who'd
Well,
you bring? What kind of wussy ass cobras are we facing today?
I didn't bring no wussy ass cobra. So we're
No,
gonna
see, we
start it
gotta have the
off.
trash talk. Yeah.
We're gonna start it off with my man Copperhead. So this gun don't count. This is a gridiron gun. So Copperhead's got his machete. He's got his knife here. He's got this big ass gun. I bet that can go out and reach and touch somebody with that big 44 there. So
Mm.
I got my man Copperhead here.
Does he
And
have two
let's see.
guns?
Not he didn't come with two guns.
Oh, okay. I thought he did for some reason.
Oh wait, does he? Yeah, he actually does. That's right. He
Yeah,
does
he
come. I
does.
forgot. I've
Oh
never
man,
used
you've
it.
got
He comes with that little Mauser looking gun. I forgot
son
about
of
that
a
gun.
bitch. All right, this is gonna
So
be bad. Neat
so
choice.
the so the one now this one don't count. That's the gridiron sawed off
Yeah.
double barrel. That one don't count.
No, I should almost
So
disqualify you.
yeah. So we got that one. We got Copperhead. Then we got Xandar.
Oh,
Got his
it's like
arrow bolt, whatever the hell his gun actually is. He's got that slashy knife. He's got his awesome dagger. What he don't have is extra fucking arrows in his quiver because he come
that's
from
right.
AliExpress loose. So he got Xandar here. And then next I got a
That's like fighting Jeff Hardy, eh? Legend series.
and then we got something that's gonna be really hard to take down. We got an Iron Grenadier bat. So you got to take into
Ah,
account
I knew you'd
for
put
the
a bat on that list.
got a bat here. He's got lasers, which are extremely long range and very fast. He's got a flamethrower and he's got the claw. You're scared of the claw. And a freaking chainsaw with gold teeth, like he's part of Public Enemy.
And
Then
6
next,
fingers.
don't forget those. So next, we got one of your favorites that's going to be deadly close up. We got Shadow
Oh.
Tracker.
Oh.
I don't have it on him, but Shadow Tracker's got 2 masks, which are going to be really helpful. He's got bow and arrow. He's got his quiver, and he has his hatchet that he can throw or hack somebody up with.
Yeah, he's got that Kakari knife too, right? So the way we
Hmm.
worked it is, for every weapon you have in a certain range category, the 3 categories, that's a +1 you're adding to your dice. So if you don't have a long range weapon, then you just get your dice roll, right? But if you
Yeah,
have, it's in the close combat round, you have your dice roll and you also have 3 close combat weapons. Well, you're adding 3 to the dice, right? But the other guy's adding stuff to his dice too. It's whoever gets the highest number wins around.
yep.
So,
That,
and
that's
I told Darren I reserve the right to make up logic rules on the fly.
yeah. We get just get
Yeah,
to make it up as we go as well.
yeah. They're
So
like, yeah.
so next we have somebody that you probably knew was going to make an appearance on this list. You have you know him, you love him.
Shit. I hadn't actually thought about him at all, and I should have.
So you absolutely know Scrap Iron's going to be on the list with his twin missile launcher remote control gun with
Well,
his
there goes that
remote
round.
for it and his machine pistol and his helmet that he could take off and hit somebody with should he need to.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then for my last one, also believe another favorite of yours, we got Major Sebastian Blood with
I should
his
just concede.
big ass Magnum pistol with the long range. Going to get some velocity and some range on that. And also a rocket launcher gun with a spare rocket and a metal arm.
Yeah, I can already see some sub rules to rockets. All
So,
right. So I get to be the referee as well as the Joe guy. But you want to get into it?
yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we each have a 6-sided dice here, and the first thing we're going to do, you have your guys numbered 1 through 6.
Yes.
All right, we're going to roll to see who the very first fight is. All right, so
All right.
you roll your dice and I'll roll mine. I can show guys if they think I'm a liar, but my
Yeah.
first contestant is going to be. You got yours rolled?
No. Baby needs
Okay.
shoes.
You're facing Mutton Junkyard.
I rolled a 2. My number 2 is Xandar.
Son of a bitch. You wouldn't hurt a dog. You couldn't hurt a dog. So with Xandar, okay. How many weapons does he have that fire over the 200? So rifle or stronger? He's got what?
He's got this bolt gun that looks like it could possibly get that far. I mean, it's got a giant ass scope on it.
Oh, it's got a scope.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll make that a long range weapon then. Screw. Forget. So there's +1.
Let's
Does
see.
he have more?
That is the only ranged weapon that Xandar comes with.
All right. Is Xander a big game hunter or a sniper in his file card?
No. He would probably just hide in the trees and try to Rambo him up somebody.
Okay. So you get just your regular roll for having a rifle. So do I, because I don't have anything else for long range. So we're just canceling each other out. So for the long range round, it's just a roll off. You ready?
Let's go.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, I'm getting her done. That's how easy it is to kick Cobra's ass. You just got to outcraps them. Okay. Round 2. What do you got for mid range? What does Xander come with that would be able to close the gap between firing at long distance and getting into close distance?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Does he have a pistol even?
He does not come with a pistol. He comes with a dagger and a slashy knife.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give it to my guy. Pistol.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that counts as a long range, but it's a straight dice roll +1. Ready?
All right.
What do you got? I rolled a 1, so I get 2.
I rolled a 4.
Your malicious intent caused him to trip, and the gun shot himself in the foot. There you go. That's that round. This is bad. All right, round
Did I
3.
win that round?
You did. So I have
Okay.
to win this round. Close quarters round. This is where it gets good with our guys. How many guys do you have, or how many close combat weapons do you have?
2.
Accounted for as a classified. 2?
2.
Okay. I have 3. I have. What are your 2? Show me your 2.
So he's got the big razor slashy knife and the dagger back here.
Okay. All right. So we have a dagger and we have a billy club.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about the club.
And we have just a cute little puppy. So I get a +3. You get a +2 to your roll. Ready?
All right.
Okay. So mine is all together. I get a 7. What do you got?
So I rolled a 4, so I get a 6. So
Just won that fight.
Junkyard takes the win.
There you go. And the
Do want
dog
to say
made the
what's up
difference.
to V Anderson says surprise no metalhead. Thanks for stopping in and listening to this craziness, V Anderson. I appreciate you being here. We just like to have fun over here.
I'd also like to thank Bet365 for sponsoring this. You guys can go there now, log in, and start making your bets on the next fight because I'm the winner. I'm going to pick my next fighter, and you have to roll for yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Dave said Xandar only gets 1 shot because I don't have the quivers for his backpack. Don't matter now. He's already got his ass kicked. So
listen, man, 1 shot's all it took for Eminem. It's all it's going to take for you, right? we're gonna drop my phone. Is what we're gonna do. Oh, we're gonna go general.
Pants.
Yeah, you should be. All of you. General Hawk. Who's he gonna fight
All right.
and kick the ass out of? He also comes with a dog.
General Hawk is gonna fight Scrap Iron.
Son of a bitch. All right. So as soon as you said Scrap Iron, I was like, he got the damn drone, don't he?
He
Right.
does.
And I feel like that right there has to count as 2 long range weapons with 1 re-roll dice. Right. So basically it's your dice +2, and you can re-roll your dice. So if you get a 1, you can re-roll it and get something higher. But if you get a 6, you don't want to re-roll it, right? And that's the way I think missiles should work for you and give you a very decisive advantage over my single shot grenade launcher, which
Maybe
is
he can
what
hit a
I needed.
missile.
Yeah, it's all I needed to qualify for the round. So I get to roll 1 dice and you get your dice +2 and a re-roll.
All right.
Well, come on, 6. I rolled a 1.
So I rolled a 2. And
Right.
I'll take my re-roll anyway.
Well, you won the round no matter what. But yes, gloat.
I know, but I also split a 20 one time in blackjack just to see. So
dangerously.
That one was also a 2.
There you go.
So I got a 4 there. So
all right. So round 1 goes to you, but thank God I had a helmet. I forgot to mention that was included in the kit. No. All right. So what do you got for mid range at that point?
Scrap iron really does not have much of a mid-range weapon. He has a machine pistol that I would dare say does not have a lot of range to it.
Well, it counts as a qualifier on that. Now, he has two pistols and a shotgun, so he has one for the qualifier. He gets a +2. So it's my +2 versus your regular dice roll for the long range. But no
Okay.
re-rolls for me. Ready?
All right.
Uh, I rolled a 3, so that makes it a 5.
So I rolled a 4, so that makes mine a, what did we say, 6? I had a 2. Was that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Did no, I added 2. You added 1. It's a tie. And we have to roll up for the tie.
Okay.
God damn it, I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5.
You won that round too. Somehow your pistol is much better than all 3 things that my guy carried. Well, Hawk, we can see why you had to retire to the office job, right? Out of shape. Close quarters round. What do you got?
Still just a machine pistol and a helmet, if that counts as
Yep,
a
we're
melee weapon.
okay. We're just gonna go dice versus dice because it's pistols and helmets. This is Saving Private Ryan all over again. I'll throw my helmet
Mhm.
at you. You throw yours at me. I got a grand total of 5.
I also got a 5.
God damn it! Are you gonna win another tie break run? I got a 4.
I got a 6.
All right, well, Scrap Iron just beat the living hell out of Hawk. This is very comic book accurate. This is
This is
exactly how
pretty
the UFC got started.
this is pretty fun. I don't know how much fun it is listening to this, but it's fun doing it.
Well,
So I
no,
hope
these
you guys
guys
are at least having fun listening to us do
they,
it.
they want to know, right? So, you know, I think the important thing here is that I put the big command element out for Joe, and you skunked him. The morale is low with the Joes at this point.
That
You
should
get to
give me a
pick.
+1 for everything.
No
No.
matter what, you get a +1 for your next fight. For the very first roll, you get a +1 just for that. Remember it. We make the rules up as we go. You won, so you get to pick the next fighter. I have to roll for mine.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick the Iron Grenadier bat.
Son of a bitch. All right. Come on. Let's get. I've already used my. Nope. There. That fell right off. Who is number 3? Tiger Force Flint against your bat. This will be good. I hope. Long. What's the bat coming with for weapons?
So the bat has the flamethrower. He has a laser attachment. He
Oh, there's
has
the one.
his claw and his chainsaw and
Okay.
a pistol.
All right. So he's got the qualifier for the long range. I'd say the laser could count as a long range. Everything else
Yeah.
is stacked for the other 2 categories. For my long range, I've got Recondo's carbine. That's why I had to pick Tiger Force Flint because he comes with an extra gun that
Nice.
that he didn't
Nice.
have.
Something other than a shotgun.
So we're both just rolling a single dice because it's just a qualifier. We have a long range weapon. Let's shoot it. But you get the +1 because you beat up Hawk, and I said you could.
All right.
And I roll a 1.
I rolled a 5.
Well, that's humiliating. Even with this effective camo, you somehow hit him.
He's a robot, man. He's got look at this
Oh,
big ass
yeah.
look at that big ass eye and all them spotter sensors on there.
All right. Well, we're into mid range. Maybe mid range. We'll find out if a bat can be programmed to feel pain. What do you got for mid range?
um I would say for mid range, the flamethrower and I don't know if we're not counting pistols, regular pistols as mid range, then probably just the flamethrower and the laser because the laser can go wherever. So I would say
Well,
those two.
I'd say, seeing as we use the laser for the long range, I'd say go ahead and use your pistol for your mid range, and you'd
Okay.
be the pistol and the flamethrower, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's the +2. I've got this, the most amazing shotgun ever made. You can crack it open. I just got the qualifier. Let's go. Roll it. I get a 4 altogether.
So I got a 6. So an 8, I guess, would be the total for that one.
This is not going well.
It's looking good for Cobra.
All right. Close quarters. I've got a handsome Gukari knife, also stolen from Rakondo.
So we have a claw and a chainsaw.
I feel like this is overkill. I better roll better than you. Come on, Flint. Flint's beret, in the other hand, wrapped up across his knuckles. Extra
So
padding
he
for punching metal.
perhaps the front the or the side of the beret where it flattens is like Odd Job from Bond, and
Yeah, throw my cap badge on him.
who throws a shoe? Honestly,
All right,
all
I'm just rolling a +1 to mine.
right, I got a plus
Hey, I
2.
get a 6 altogether. Finally.
All right, I rolled a 4,
But you're
so
adding 2, right?
that gives us a tie.
Roll it again. Beat a 5. You bastard. All right. The leadership of Joe is down. This is a great story arc. It would cover 5 issues of the series. What would Joe do if it lost Hawk and Flint on the same day? We'll never know because it's so fictitious. Never happened. We are talking about toys, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
We should later write one of our stories or our fan fictions to encompass this battle. So,
Well, we've got some of my best secret weapons. We've saved the best for last. You've won another battle, so who gets to gloat? And you get that +1 for continual win. I'm gonna say.
all right, I'm gonna go with let's go with Shadow Tracker.
Oh, I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. All right, I got 3 guys left. All right, who's closest? That is number 5. You're going up against Punk with toys.
Uh-oh.
You fool! What do you got for long range, fool?
I have a bow and arrow.
A bow and arrow?
Mm-hmm.
More of a mid-range weapon. But
Okay.
okay,
Well,
yeah, it's Shadow
then
Tracker.
then nothing.
No, you got the qualifier. You'll roll the dice, but this is where Larry next gotcha. Because we've got the
It
qualifier plus the underslung grenade launcher, so I get a +1.
all
Yay.
right.
All
Well,
right,
you
ready?
need it.
Well, yeah. I clearly all my leadership is dead. Larry next got that rolled off the table. I need somebody to save the day. I get a grand total of 5. 4 plus
All
1.
right. Well, Larry Neck wins this round.
Oh yeah, kicking ass. Good job. Okay, so medium round. What do you got?
He really doesn't have any medium range weapons. All he's got left are blades.
All right, so if you don't have the weapon to even qualify at that point, then I've got my auto pistol that I can do that with. It's a -1 to your dice roll.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just rolling regular dice. I don't have any other advantage. So I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 6. So
It's a
it's
tie.
the tie
Reroll.
again.
Yeah. Oh God, beat a 2.
I rolled a 5 this time.
Okay,
So
so
that
somehow,
gives me a
despite not
4.
having a weapon, you somehow got the better of me.
He's tougher.
I burned myself on all my casings.
He's got bigger, muscly arms.
Oh, you left the mask on the stick. Oh, I can't believe we fell for that.
Yes, and good ones. So Mendoza says Crom was pleased with Flint's camo.
He was.
And then Woody says he can fling his bone necklace.
Yes. Well, Flint, I hope you go and see and feel all the lamentations of the women.
So close quarters.
Oh,
Shadow
yeah.
Trackers. Shadow Tracker has got that big ass blade and his hatchet.
All right, so +2. I've got a knife. That's my qualifier. But He's got purposely punchy hands that are included with the figure. So I'm gonna get a re-roll with my knife. That's it. So I get a plus. I get no bonus, but I get a re-roll.
All right, so
And you get +2.
all
Ready?
right, let's do it.
I'm not re-rolling that. That's a natural 6
All right,
with a
well,
left and a right.
I got a 2, so that gives me a 4. So that puts Shadow Tracker out of the running, so he loses that match.
Larry
So
Neck
it's
wins, fools.
2 for 2. Yeah,
There
this would
we
be a good
go.
time for him to show up and say hello, fools. So
Hello,
we got to stop
fools.
real quick and wish Joe Fan 84 a happy birthday. Turned 41 today.
Oh, happy birthday. That's a beautiful age, young man.
I don't even remember 41, but hadn't been that long ago. But so let's see. You got Joe Comic 8, 12, 17, and 72. Retro Eel and con exclusive Cobra Daredevil figure. I like that Daredevil figure. Oh, it was a
Right
pretty
on.
good haul, man. And you got your Terradrome, but you bought that yourself.
That
So
was awesome, man. Treat yourself well, brother.
that's right. So you
Yeah.
won that one.
I do.
So
So I get the +1 to the morale modifier this time. And my next fighter is going to be Dial Tone. You've been fearing it all day, I could tell. But Dial Tone versus whoever you got left. You got to roll between the two guys you got left, I guess.
all right. So I actually did roll one of the ones I have left on my list. I rolled a 6, which is Major Blood.
Sweet, I heard him coming. All right, I get my advantage. All right, here's the problem. Uh, yeah, this radio is useless. It says the listening device, it does nothing.
So with the radio, could he call in air support?
Well, absolutely. I'm going to win the war because while all these guys have been fighting, he's been radioing in the whole situation. So, we win. We win on the grander scale things, but really in this round, I barely qualify with my gun, so it's just a straight up dice for me. You've got more rockets, don't you?
Yeah, he has the rocket pistol and an extra rocket. I don't know if we count the extra rocket. We didn't really count it with Xandar not having the bolts, even though somebody
No.
pointed it out in chat. So
So this is Major Blood is one of my favorite characters in the classified series. And he
for
comes with
sure.
something that he came with something that as soon as I saw it, I said, this will be the rule. All right, Darren, you can use your missile launcher, but you have to do an honest roll right now. If you roll under 3, you've lost both your rockets. You cannot fire them. All right. And you don't get that modifier. If you roll over 3, then you'll get the same benefit you had with the missile last time. You get to re-roll one of your dice with the +2.
All right. What's up, Pretzel? I'm glad you come in this room after you just drank half a bowl of water, dripping slobbers in here. So, all right. So, come on. Baby needs shoes. Keep them kids out of the room
He's
while I
gonna lose
shoot.
those rockets.
So, I don't know where that dice went.
That counts as losing the rockets. That's where the rockets are. They're on the floor next to the dice.
Oh, wait. It's on the floor and it is a 6.
Son of a bitch. All right. All right. You got the qualifier. You qualify
Mm.
with the rockets, but that's your only long range weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just get to roll, but you get a re-roll because it's 2 rockets.
All
I
right.
just get my normal roll. Oop. I rolled a 3. Beat a 3.
I rolled a 6. I did not buy these dice from the magic store. I promise.
Okay.
I will re-roll if you so in
No,
require.
you don't need to re-roll if you won it. You re-roll it if you lost it. That was the advantage. But how? When? I would have never seen Major Blood beating Dial Tone in such a way. This is crazy.
Beating the pants off of Dial Tone.
All right. Medium range. Are we
So
down to
medium
pistols
range.
again?
We are down to pistols, and he definitely has this big ass Magnum. Looks like
All
a
right.
Smith and Wesson 500 or something.
But his rocket launcher, was that also not a laser gun as well? It wasn't just a rocket launcher, wasn't
See,
it?
I've never used it as anything or known it to be anything other than just the missile launcher,
Oh,
rocket
okay.
launcher.
Well, you
I'm
had your
not. I
chance.
wasn't counting it as one. So wait a minute. Yeah, that one time me and Pop Blender were playing with.
No, no phone of friends. Straight up roll. Let's go. Beat a 5.
I rolled a 1.
Good. I beat you with my pistol and my listening device. I heard you loading. There we go. Close combat. I only have a knife and a cell phone, but the cell phone. This cell phone should make you nervous, I think. But no, you've got the cybernetic arm and what?
Just the arm that he could beat you with, or depending on how strong this chain is, he could choke you with his dog tags. So I'm
Okay,
gonna say
here's what I.
probably just the arm.
Okay, so we're pretty much a straight up, just straight dice. My knife for your arm, but I am gonna say this: I'm gonna roll a 6-sided dice, and if I roll a 1 or a 6, the cell phone flash blinds your guy, and you're at a -1 for your attack. I'm the
Just
game
call it a.
master here. Nah, never mind. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5 as well.
Okay. Tiebreaker
So
fight. Ready? I got a
I
5.
rolled an. I rolled another 5.
All right,
All
one
right.
last. I knew these two would go hard, right? Dalton rolled a 3.
So blood rolled a 4.
Ah, nobody would have seen that coming. Nobody.
Not
Major Blood,
not at
who
all.
knew? Dalton's like right up there. It's like with Gung Ho and Roadblock. All right, my last fighter versus your last fighter. Who did you save to
Copperhead.
the end? Versus, I know you're terrified. Polly and her sidekick, Shipwreck.
So is this going to be giant Polly that can grow up to, like, the size of a jumbo jet, like in that one episode of the cartoon?
Okay, it could be. It's our game. The game doesn't control us. We control it.
That's right. You've had to
So
say that before, haven't you? In a game.
I've had to say that before in a lot of things, man. Real life missions. Guys, this mission doesn't control us. We control it. That's not true. Okay. I have no long range weapon. Do you?
Um, I would. Would you count this as long range? Because this is like a 44 Magnum with a very large scope.
Okay. Here's what I propose. We do one roll. I'll roll it 1 to 3. Polly distracted Copperhead in the long range and therefore won it. 4, 5, 6. You shot Polly and you won it because Polly's flying around over Copperhead's head because we don't have
All right.
long range otherwise. Sound good?
All right.
All
Roll
right.
it up. Roll it up.
I rolled a 2. What did I say that was?
Oh,
Polly
that was
distracted Copperhead.
Polly distracted Copperhead, and he missed. He would have been a hell of a shot if he could pick a parrot out of the air with a 44 Magnum.
But now he's alerted this more than astute sailor to get off the boat and get in the fight. Now we've got to close the distance for the second round. Copperhead had what? 2 guns? 2 pistols?
Uh, yes, he had the one long range pistol, and then he has the little like, looks like a little Mauser or something, little Walther or something.
Okay. Now, here's
One
the
that I
thing.
would not really count for even medium range.
I was going to say, I've got one I don't count for medium range either. So for me, all I see is this here pistol that's going to do the job for you. So it's a
Yeah, and
pistol on pistol for us.
that's what it looks like.
All right. Hang on. Polly fell down. This rope has to come into play at some point too. All right. So straight up roll, I get a 4.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a what?
A 1.
I knew shipwreck was freaking dangerous, man. Like just dangerous. All right. The close quarters round. We both have some funky ass gear, right? What do you got?
Yeah. Oh, Copperhead has got this giant ass machete knife.
Hell yes, he does. Okay. What else? Is that it?
That's all he's got for
What about the
close up.
gun you said that wasn't any good for? Oh, that was for the.
Yeah, that was the one we just lost.
All
Medium, I
right.
guess, or no, no, I guess that would be. I said close up, didn't I? Because we didn't have
Yeah.
a medium.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
thought
that
you.
little pistol.
So
So
you get a plus
that's
two.
close range. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna accept your plus two, and I'm gonna throw some shit at you that you didn't see coming. Yar! We got the blunderbuss flintlock pistol for the borders. Polly's already done their business. We won't count them. But we got the grappling hook. That's gonna hurt like a son of a bitch if it gets past your machete. And I could get away with swinging this rope around and hoping that it trips you up. But I'm just gonna sell the plus two. But I was thinking if I took off my hat, maybe I blind you with male
Yeah.
pattern baldness. And you can't take your hat off.
Nope, he
So
cannot.
we're both at plus two, correct?
I believe that is correct.
Let's see if shipwreck can finish it off.
This is for the
Nope.
win.
Yeah, I got a one.
I got a 2.
Okay, so my plus two and your plus two, you won that one. Right?
Yep.
So did I win that fight or did you? Polly?
You won that. You won that fight.
Of course we did. Shipwreck, right? You need this is why some houses have 8 to 11 shipwrecks in them. Is because
Yeah.
in the end they get the job done, boys. Hey,
But that leaves us tied.
yeah. No, tied. We can't have a tie.
Our
All right.
characters are tied.
What do we do about a tie, guys? Jeez,
We
I
have
didn't
to
think about what would happen.
roll. We got to grab one more figure and do it for one more figure.
You know what we're missing in this? Chick fight.
All right.
You know who I'm grabbing.
Let's see.
He's so screwed.
All right. I'll see your Scarlet.
I didn't think about the seventh fight requirement. I really thought I'd win it all.
I didn't either, and I should have, because these things can never. You got to have some kind of thing for even numbered stuff. So I'll see your Scarlet, and I'll raise you a nunchuck.
What? But he's not a chick.
Oh, you
That's not
said
a
chick
chick.
fight. I
What
thought
do
you
think
said
I said?
stick. I thought you said stick fight. That's why I was wondering why you grabbed. And
Tummy
he don't
sticks,
count.
baby.
He's a Joe. Damn. Hang
No,
on.
you need a lady.
Okay.
I mean, I can accept whatever nunchuck wants to identify as, but with a name like Chuck, it just leads you to think it's going to be a guy. You guys know Scarlett's going to kick the ass, but even with a crappy ass crossbow,
Man, I really thought you said stick fight, and I was like, that's why I was like, I almost grabbed Kamakura because he got a bow staff. He's pretty good with the bow staff.
they want me in their gang.
So, Zorana.
All right, yeah. Well, her brother fought, so he did well. All right, long
It's a
range.
family tradition.
What does Zorana have for long range?
Nothing.
Okay, I got a plus one over you because Scarlet here has the M16 assault rifle, and although it's not on her back at this time, she does also come with a sunbow rifle. So I'm
Correct, which
counting
is
one
a
as
laser
the
gun.
plus one. Yeah, the laser gun. Roll it.
Lasers.
I get a grand total of 5 because 4 plus 1.
I rolled a 6. You guys heard that thing rolling around down here, so
Oh my God, the Scarlett O'Hare arrogance got the better of her. She came better equipped and failed anyways. All right then. Mid
yeah, we
range.
tend to be a
What?
little overconfident down here.
Yeah, mid range. All she got is the yeah. Oh, is she from Tennessee?
Georgia.
Oh, close enough. Yeah. Yeah. All right. She's got the crossbow for mid range.
All
Zorana
right.
had.
She has this SMG.
Mm, okay, ready? So that's
So I
just
got
the
a +1,
qualifier.
right? No, that's right.
No,
We're tied. Right.
this
Okay.
is the qualifier. So I rolled a 5 again.
I rolled a 4.
All right, I take that round. Now it gets down to the nut buster. What are you going to justify as an attack with there? Because I've got a bonus for you, but I don't want to give it to you. But unless you figure it out.
Oh, well, so Zorana has 2 knives. She has a dagger. She has the stabby Bowie knife, and she has the buzz saw on the end of her gun.
You buzzsaw on the end of the gun. I thought you'd overlook that. Yes, you got a +3 to your close combat. All right, Scarlet has a knife, ninja stars, and a
Don't forget.
ponytail. Yours doesn't have a ponytail.
No, she's
Okay,
got a dude cut.
no, the ponytail won't work in close combat anyways. It's just it smells too nice. All right, so you get a plus what? +2, and I get a plus nothing.
+3.
You get a +3, I get a +1, I said, because of the
Yep.
shuriken. Oh,
Yep.
never
2
mind.
of
I get
them.
a +2. I get a plus
Yep.
two. I forgot
Yep.
about the sliding derringer.
Oh, I was thinking because there were 2 ninja stars.
No, she'd only have time to throw one in such close proximity, looking so desperate to win a silly game. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have to beat a 3 because I needed those 2 to add to my 1.
Well, I rolled a 6.
Fuck.
So it's an 8.
Cobra. Okay, so clearly, as the results of the 7th round, Zorana, Mastress of Disguise, as K6 has pointed out, she has won the day. So this clearly means that the classified line is over because Hasbro made Cobra perfect and now they've run out of ideas. So there we go. That's my introduction.
Cobra has won by 1 roll of the dice.
Yeah.
This was actually pretty fun to do.
What a
Did you
time
guys
waster.
enjoy listening to this? If I ever got fancy StreamYard, you could set another camera up and do the dice roll and watch the dice roll.
Next time, maybe we'll do some pre-recorded silliness with the fights or something. But I know that I used to do this on my channel, like when I would do one shot, and it was really bad, and it's still really bad. But Roman was a big fan of it, so I'm glad Roman was here to catch it. But thanks for hearing us chat. Thanks for hearing me, Darren.
Yeah, man, this was actually pretty fun. I think we could probably do some, adding to this a little bit or changing, tweaking it a little bit. I think this could be pretty fun.
Oh,
Bring
okay.
it back. Dice fight night.
Why not? Hey, we could even do other lines. Surprise each other. Like, hey, your 6th fight is a character from a completely different line.
Gonna be I was looking at all these Street Fighter figures. I'm like,
I was gonna say,
nobody's really got much in the way of long range stuff. I don't think.
yeah,
How far does a shuriken go?
exactly. Our next fight will be Cammy versus Mythic Legion's Dragon. Hey, V. Anderson. V. Anderson's got to go. That's all right. We're probably going to sum up soon too. But thanks very
Yeah,
much, V. Anderson.
we're about done. Thank you for tuning in and listening to it. We like to try to have some fun over here. There's too much serious stuff out there that we only have to touch on every once in a while.
Yep.
Speaking of which, we talked about it earlier, but I do need to send you some money. And I say that just to say, if you owe a friend money, you should pay your friend.
Okay, I wasn't sure where you're going. I was like, we talked about this. I'm going to be begging you to pick something up somewhere.
Joe
now I
Fan
get it.
says Bison versus Godzilla.
We're
Yeah,
here.
that different IPs against each other.
Yeah.
Um, Woody got
IPs
it.
like yeah, I knew it is. There's a few people that get it. I mean, it
I
is what
will
it
put
is.
I will venture I will put anybody up against death.
That's not fair. I need a Rick and Morty character then. I need Rick Sanchez versus your Grim Reaper. I have to go find a Rick Sanchez character.
Or you could find another Reaper in another line.
Yeah, Duke versus Mazinger Z. Is that a anime character? Anime, I
It
don't know.
it is yeah, it is Japanese
Mhm.
combiner robots.
Oh God,
I know very little about it. I just know what it is. It's kind of like
I
Power Rangers type sort line, like the vein. Um,
yeah.
you could do, yeah,
Uh,
you could do that. That'd be fun, actually, doing different lines against each other.
I'm gonna beat you to it and say hi to your cousin, Pop. Pop Lenders joined us. Hey, Pop. Good to see you,
I
buddy.
didn't even see it.
That's all right.
I,
He's my
I was
cousin
trying.
now.
I was trying to I was trying to recall what Mazinger Z was, but
Yeah.
what's up, cuz? So you missed the fun stuff, or at least it was fun for us.
It was just something to do. It was more
No,
fun than I thought it would be. I was like, yeah, it's going to be terrible after 3 fights. Ah, flowed.
no,
Flowed well
that was a
enough.
good time, man. So I gotta talk to you tomorrow sometime, Pop Blender. So I gotta holler at you at some point during the day tomorrow. And it is Joe Fan's birthday once again. So happy
And he
birthday!
needs a margarita.
You got an hour left, right? You're still in Central where you're at, all right, Joe Fan, and down in you're in Alabama, right? Yeah, so
Mm.
you're still in Central. Crow, what do you got coming up on the channel? What's happening?
We're in limbo, guys. I'm gonna keep popping off the odd, Dio video or Marvel Legend video until something shows up on the G.I. Joe front. I just don't have much to show, but you can expect more Marvel Legends and two Cosmic Legions at some point, as I have ordered those to dip my toe in. And after that, yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna be just focusing on shelf stuff. So that's about it. What about you?
I do have one thing I've got to send you, but I want to send just that. I know you want it, but I got to find something else to send with it.
Oh, if you're
Uh,
talking about that Marvel Legends piece, yeah, there's
yeah,
never a rush on that, man. Like I've honestly, yeah,
I'll have
it
to
it ain't going anywhere. Ooh, I'm
I'll have to find something to make it a surprise blind box opening.
no, I figure at some point I'm gonna ask you to pick something up that you see at one show or the next show that you go to, and it can wait till well after that. It's all good, bro. Yeah.
Read through
Jawas
comments.
and the Hufflepuffs rule the combat scene. Jawas. Oh.
Jawas would be that'd be good. I don't have any Jawas though. I have to pull up a picture or something for that. You
Yeah.
know, I take that back. I've got my original Jawa. You don't have his cape
Yeah.
anymore, but I do
I
have
will
my
show.
original Jawa. He's naked,
I
little naked
I forgot.
Jawa.
I forgot to show this, but it was in my video. But if anybody hasn't seen, if you can ever get your hands on this guy, it's a fun fig. It really is fun. He's
He looks weighty.
he, he isn't actually as weighty as you would think. This is like a dog toy. It's like wiki
No,
wiki.
he's
Like I want him to
the
make the chicken
ugliest.
sound. Yeah,
He's
Chappy
the
like
ugliest
Mojo.
Kong that they've ever made.
Yeah, he is such an idiot, but I love the. I just thought they had a lot of fun building this thing. I think they made it really well with the modular. I like the
It
fat
looks
rippling
really
out.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
but
looks
yes, we
fun,
need
man.
the. Now that I've said it, I want the little chicken squeezing sound out of it, so I can be like, "Chappy like the mojo. Chappy want the mojo."
He'd be safe in my house. My dog couldn't care less for squeaky toys.
Yeah.
At
Oh.
he was he. I guess he didn't have them when he was a little puppy. I don't think he had a very good life for. Or I wound up with him, so he don't know what to do with toys. And he has a box. He's got damn near as many toys as I've got classifieds, and he don't care about any of them. So
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that Mojo looks cool. I forgot to look today when I was in Yojo Depot to see if they had him still.
Well,
He's
if
got
I know it's his birthday, but I hate to diss him, and I hope he doesn't beat me to the punch. But this looks exactly like Joe Fan 84's ex-wife, just without the tail stuff. Uh, See, he's saying it. He's saying it right there in the chat, man. It's not
oh
me.
shit, he did. The coincidence is uncanny.
Yeah, man. I was there. And I'm
Uncanny
glad he
X-Men.
mentioned it. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
funny. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna
So,
play this real quick because
well,
we've gone the
you
whole
still have me on full screen, eh?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, there we go.
There we go.
Just because I hadn't played it yet though. The
I
King,
like that.
I love it.
Hey, if you're gonna have a soundbite, Game of Thrones is a pretty good place to start. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've pulled a couple, but I haven't matched them up to anything. He said Dreadnought said she must have sucked a mean D. It is a big old horse mouth. That's for sure. Yeah, I like fooling with these sound bites, man. I got some good ones. I got some other ones that I want to pull, but I got some really good ones.
So what do you got coming up this week though? Besides, like I know you got conventions that you're looking at, and I know you're gonna probably
Yeah,
do.
I got a what?
No, I don't want to give away your secrets. So I was like, oh my god,
Uh,
don't talk about what he's got coming up yet.
yeah, I got the one thing that I didn't show you guys that I am definitely doing a video on. So when we looked at this dude, like there's a little something else that goes along with this guy.
Give
Um,
yourself the screen.
oh yeah, that'll be helpful because it's really hard fitting this big summit in here.
They're so
So
big. Yeah.
oh
Ah,
yeah, there you go.
that is actually the size of a bat.
Yeah, it is bigger than a bat.
All they
Um,
did is just dip the real bat wings in plastic.
but I like this because I can just sit back and caress the camera with it. Just touch me, baby. So I got this dude. I did not do a video on this guy. I really wanted to. I was so frustrated. I could no longer continue filming, trying to put this guy together. So I am going to try to get some shots with him and maybe even do some shots with him. This dude probably drinks like sacrificial wine or something. I got to get some shots of him and I got to get some shots of my homeboy Maxilius here reaping down some Joes or something. So I'm going to do a little
Yeah.
bit of photography as I can. I do have Ryu that I've got to get opened up. And I was actually going to open him tonight if we needed something to do, but not tonight. I'm gonna get him open. I may or may not do a video on him since I did the Dawson video and showed the other legends. See if I pick up any this weekend. If I pick up any other ones, hoping I'll go down there and they'll have some that they hadn't released yet. That'd be cool.
Well, I was gonna say you saw Cammy, but do you have access to DJ and Guile as well? Like that's the
Um,
rest of that wave.
I've seen both of them online. I haven't like pursued them.
I like the
Uh,
DJ fig a lot more than I thought I would.
he's one I kind of want to see because I don't most of these characters I knew and was cool with. You know, I
Mm.
I like them, but he's one that I never played the game with at all. When a few times I played it, so he's one that I'm going to have to kind of see. I do kind of like him. I like the size and his height. So he is a good looking figure. I just want to see him in person. I don't want to buy him online.
Mhm.
Guile, I will pick up. That Guile's cool. You got him close by, I'm sure.
No, he's over
He's a
there.
good
Yeah,
fig. Um,
he's got.
so-
I thought he'd lose his comb by now, but the grip that he holds the comb with, it's a tight grip. Thank God, because that's a small comb.
yeah, you have to put some sticky tack on it.
Yeah.
So I have this Ryu figure. I want to do something with these new legions. It's probably going to be uh, pictures or whatever. um, see what I find when we go down to Toylanta on Saturday. Go down there, hang out, and try to meet up with whoever's down there that might actually recognize me, or might will when I go up and talk to him. I know Mega J is going to be there, um, and I heard today that last minute Ramen's going to be there. Ace is going to be there.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
he wasn't planning on
Because
going, but apparently he was able to pull off a last minute trip to get down there. So maybe I can talk to Ace and be like, "Hey, bud, where I need some van. You got any vans here with you?"
yeah, because I came here with the expectation no one would ask.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Um, so
Uh,
just hopefully just walk around, check the floor out, see the dragon. So that's really it. The guys that are left still listening. So the stuff that's going to be down there, is there anything that you guys want me to try to concentrate on getting extra footage of? Because Monster Force is going to be there, Operation Recall is going to be there. Um, Four Horsemen going to be there with the dragon and all the other cool shit that they sell at a cheaper price, because it's always cheaper at the shows. Um, so anything else? Because I don't think there's a big Joe presence at it. I mean, like an official presence. It's just vendors for the most part. So if there's
yeah.
anybody wants me to try to get some extra pictures or footage of, I'll do that. I'll have my GoPro. So yeah,
I
Dragon is part of what sealed the deal to go down there. Is
yeah.
I asked if they were going to have it, and they told me yes. So yeah,
I just look forward to your judgment. You've been to conventions now. You've YouTubed since, and so I'm like, whatever you're gonna show us, you've thought about it. This is something that
yeah,
needs to be seen, right? So I'm just looking forward to it all. Maybe you can get a word with Ace.
yeah. I feel like I'm pretty confident I can get a few minutes with Ace.
Yeah,
He had downtime at Joe Fest, and I think he's going to be hanging out at Mega J's table. So I'm going to be over
there we
there
go.
talking to Jay anyway.
Right
Um,
on.
saying getting some pictures with him, and maybe maybe photo bomb if he's doing a live,
Yeah,
because he goes live.
yeah.
Um,
You're a
but that's
bunch of people want you to pick up extra dragons while you're out there. Just pick up a couple extras.
yeah, I just get a few dragons. I'm sure it's going to be behind glass where you can't touch it or anything. I'd like to be allowed to pick it up just to see how heavy it is.
Yeah, that
Um,
seems like something I put on my good idea list as a vendor. Let
yeah,
them all handle the big
just,
dragon.
just let random people pick it up. So,
Yeah.
but I do want to get down there and spend some time hanging out with my man Jay down at home
Yeah.
at Yojo Depot. He's gonna have tables there, and hopefully gonna have a pass for me at will call. So we might have to maybe buy one ticket and then get one that way. So whatever, we'll figure it out when we get there. I just want to try to get there as early as possible. That's going to be the hard part. Um, and I'll pick up. I don't have a big like list of stuff for haul that I want to pick up. Just kind of stuff that I see. So it's a budget run, and if I
Mhm.
get the stuff that I know that I want, which are those exclusives, that's going to eat up everything, really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. These
um,
aren't cheap things to go to either,
yeah,
right? Like, don't get a
so
con confused with a sale,
yeah.
right? Two different
Um,
things.
so that's my hope, is to get in and get in the door, get to the Mythic Legion table, and see if I can get that eraser figure. And I got to grab two of them, and then get over to the Mythic Legion table and try to get the other stuff over there.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works. So
Well,
so aside from that, I do have Ryu to unbox, and I may or may not do a video on him. Um, I'll just give you a sneak peek, and go show the whole thing on this. But this is also Mythic Legion very large something that I picked up today that I'm
Yep.
definitely going to do a video on. And he
I
might
know what it is.
and he might just fit in with this crazy Batwing bastard a little bit. So
Yeah.
gonna
We'll
try
be
and
watching.
that will definitely be weekend before I can get into that.
Oh, I'll be
Um,
watching for it for sure because I want to hear your thoughts on that one.
yeah, this might be my moment of punk where it goes sailing into something if it's like like the one last night. So,
Yeah.
but well, all right, brother. You got any other closing thoughts? That's about all we got. So
No, not really. I hope everybody is doing well. I know some guys are having a worse time than others these days. And just if you were joining us today, I hope we cheered you up if you were down. And if you were down, I hope we sorry, if you were feeling good, I hope we got you off your high horse a little. And that's about all. Just thanks for joining us.
yeah, it's what we're here for. Try to be
Mhm.
fun, laugh with
Yeah.
us, laugh at us. Don't affect as long as you're laughing. Um, well, all right, folks, we are going to get out of here. We will be back in 2 weeks for the next backyard battlefield. Might try changing some stuff up or something, and who knows, we might even have somebody else come on with us and share the insanity. Never
Yeah.
know. Just never
We
know
never know
around
till
here.
about 3 days before, guys, what we're doing. It's the God's
Yeah.
honest truth. But 3 days
Yep.
before, we're like, okay, gotta do something.
Yeah. It's cray cray. So, all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna get out of here, guys. Hit that like button. We still got 10 folks watching. So if you hadn't hit that like button, it's free, and you do get a bill for it. Call that number on there, and I'll get it taken care of. But it
Yeah,
should be
and
free.
I gotta say, do one for the US and do one for Canada. So hit it twice because we need it on both sides of this madness right now. So,
Yeah.
all right, man, let's let them go. Oh, Jesus, you just gave me the whole screen. Um, am I still broadcasting? I am. Well, this is awkward. I'm not the guy doing the stream, so if I sign off right now, it's gonna be weird, but I guess that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to see how I'm gonna do that. But guys, thanks very much for joining us tonight. I'm out of here. I've been Cross the Old Crow. That was Down South 77. Thanks very much.
I just froze and vanished or what? I was just sitting here and all of a sudden I look up and the screen's white and it's like loading. I'm like, okay, sitting here waiting, and never come back up. I could see Crow for just a minute and then that faded out too. So, man, StreamYard has been on some bullshit last week, week plus. Pop Blender has some trouble with his 2 weeks ago. Couldn't even pull up articles to read stuff for him. It was rough. So I'm gonna wait and see if Crow comes back for just a minute. So guys that are here, um, if I did a solo show, like just like an hour informal pop in and just do this, just chat, and if I got something to talk about, some of these pre-orders or something, just come in and roll out a live chat kind of randomly, uh, would would people come and watch that if it's not right in the middle of somebody else running a big stream? Because it's something I'm thinking about. I really want to boost the StreamYard that I've got into the next level where I get the more features with it. But if I do it, I have to I've got to stream more to make it worthwhile. So it's a little notion that I've been playing with, wondering if I don't know if there'd be enough people that would come and watch just me talking versus me and a guest like we do bouncing back and forth. So I don't know if it's something people would want to listen to or not. I don't know how much of listening to me people can take, but it is something that is rolling around up here. Let's see. I do not see Crow. See if he's said whether or not he's coming back. I got nothing. I got nothing here. Got nothing from the Crow. Hold on. Surely I can find something to play here. Something. Let's see. We probably need to end this thing.
Say when.
I'm thinking right about now. All right. I think Crow's bailed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys all watching, listening to us, listening to our fun game, everything we do. This would not be nearly as much fun without our awesome chat. You guys are troopers coming in every week and listening to us do this silly stuff. We got to work some fun into collecting. It's gotten too shady, man. It's gotten to be where it's taking the fun out of it, getting caught up in crossfires of all these beefs and shit. So here and then over on Sevens Wild with my cousin, we like to just do some content and then just do some fun. You know, it's our channel. We want to have fun with it and hope you guys do too. So I am going to get on up out of here, tell you guys good night. I hope to see you all tomorrow night on Punk with Toys. He's going to have Olivia on. That should be interesting for Thursday with a friend. And then over the weekend, watch out for some point Sunday. I'll probably be starting to get content up from Saturday at Joe Lana or Toy Lana. We'll see how that works out. But if I don't see you guys around, I'm sure I'll see you soon. I'll catch you in the chats. And thank you all for stopping in for Backyard Battlefield tonight. See you.